guys. Sorry. Sorry, guys. My connection went off. Okay. All right. Yep. Tell me about it. We out of here. All right, we're out of here.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Don't thank me.
I need you here.
We're here.
Yo, Ice, come up here, bro. Oh my life. I'm trying to keep you down. All this time. They want to make it. No. All this time. Wanna keep you down. I want you guys to okay, we got a new one. Okay, stop faking. Stop faking. Okay, faking. What's up? I need your race, ethnicity, where you're from, please.
Your shit is stupid.
Yeah, your mother sucked my dick, nigga. Like, give a fuck about you and your mom's. And your mom's is African, right? She got African BBC. You mad because you African, nigga. All right? Give a fuck about you trolls on here, for real. I will drag your bitch ass up. All right? You claim you're not African. Let me remind you how you're African, bitch ass nigga. Fuck about y'all. Come up. Don't come up like this little bitch ass mate nigga that wanted to come up and just talk this bullshit. If you have a good conversation, we are willing to entertain that bullshit ass conversation. And then if you have any respect for Black Americans, you would never call yourself FBA. You hear me? You hear me? All right, let's go with the new one. All right. Oh my God, I'm restricted already. I'm restricted for visibility. I cannot even speak anymore. You guys go and report my channel
What up,
every
what up, what
time.
up,
That's
G?
crazy.
What up?
That's crazy.
What's good?
Yo, Zo, give me your race to the ethnicity, please.
Like, you been saying like Black American, Black African. What's up? What's good? Just tell me.
I mean, how do you identify yourself to other people? What do you say? What do you say first, bro?
Like, I would lie, bro. You know? Look, for example,
How do you present
yeah.
yourself?
For example, in this country right now, in the
Okay.
United States,
Oh my God.
when I go to work, when I
Yeah.
wanna do interview, something like that, you know? I just wanna give you example.
No,
I just wanna give
I'm
you
not talking
example. This
about
is
how
simple
white
example,
people.
bro.
I'm not. Bro, listen,
Yeah, I
listen to
got you.
me.
I got you, G. I
Just
got
tell
you.
me how you would, if I show.
So
All right.
what's up? What's up? Just tell me what's up.
If I were to show up, in your country, how would you introduce yourself?
You yourself? Yeah, I will introduce you as a
How would you introduce?
Black American citizen.
No, not me, bro. How would you introduce yourself in your own language? And I'll leave it at that. Okay.
Okay. My name.
I just want these American Black people to know that we have culture. Go
So
ahead.
what culture do you have, man, bro? What's up? If you are talking about culture and stuff.
Bro,
No. Just tell me one culture.
Look,
Like,
listen. I asked you.
let me know.
I asked. Okay, look, my brother. I asked you first, right? So you give me what you got, and then I'll tell you what I got. But you can't come up here asking me what I am without introducing yourself first. You get it? You get it? You're still muted, brother. You're still muted. But okay, it doesn't matter at this point.
Like, yeah.
Zo,
Yeah.
you still there?
I don't know. You are the one who muted.
So introduce. So introduce yourself, please, brother, to me.
In my language, or what do you mean? Like, I don't understand you right now.
Yeah, your language, your tribe, whatever, bro. So I don't want to misclassify you. Go ahead.
I would just give you a little bit of my language, but I wouldn't give you my tribe, you know, because tribalism.
Okay, why? Why do you think I'm gonna?
Yeah. It's something serious, you know.
Okay, fine. So again, like, yeah. So my tribe versus your tribe, right? I'm not against you. I'm in America. I'm not gonna come after you.
Let me tell you. Are you American or are you African? Just answer my question.
American, and then I'm
from where? Are you from
American?
American?
So parents are from Africa. Yeah.
You are African, right? You are African, right?
You expect me to? Yeah. Listen, you're black, right?
I'm black, yeah.
Yeah. What kind of black are you? African black or American black?
Black nigga.
No, nigga, you are not. Shut the fuck up right now.
All right.
No black American would ever. Okay, listen to me.
Okay, yeah, I'm just listening.
Right, and I'm proud to be African.
I'm listening.
No. So listen closely.
All right.
Okay, so listen more closely.
All right, I'm here.
What type of blackness are you? What type of blackness are you in America?
I'm just black, period. Just black like that, you know? Just black.
Nah, my brother. We have African Americans. We have a bunch of different.
I know that. I know
We
that.
have
If you
different
was,
identifiers.
if you was
I did.
like, just come.
You don't know
No,
that.
I
If
know,
you knew that, if
Just
you knew
listen. You
that,
just
if
listen.
you knew that, you would.
Just listen.
So
You
I
just
don't know
listen.
why. Why are you beating around the
No,
bush?
like, let me tell you.
No.
You don't have to
You
ask
listen
this
to me.
way.
You
You
listen
don't. You are not supposed to
to
ask
me.
this way. You know. Look, you have to ask me your ethnicity. You know, my ethnicity. Then I will tell you, man. But you just ask me, like, what kind of black are you? Or that is not how people ask. You know, they don't ask that way. If you want to know my ethnicity, I can
So
tell you. Okay?
yeah, we're not in Africa. We're in America. We're in America.
So I am
We're in America.
black African American. You know.
So again, you as an African can't tell me how to try to identify you. You're in America right now. You're an American panel. We're African Americans, right? So you go ahead and give me your choice of words about how you identify yourself right now, please, before I go into your African ass right now. Bro, I just want to hear. I just want to hear what part of Africa. Give me
man.
the
I don't
culture.
like
Give me
that shit.
the.
It's not fair. You know, it's not fair for real.
All right. Bro. Okay, so I do this with everybody. Don't be flattered, okay? Don't be flattered. Yo, Zoe, just give me where you're from, and that's it. The language you speak, where you're from. It's okay. Look, listen, I'm not gonna get along with all Africans. I'm not gonna get along with all Black Americans, or let alone FBAs. All right, give a fuck about FBA. Give a fuck about African thinking that they run shit here in America, and I have to get their name right. Right now, I love Africa more than I love America. All right, I sound like a white tea person, but I'm not.
You know,
Zoe, you still there?
man. Stop me. Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, Zoe. So Zoe, listen to me. Listen to me, Zoe. Listen to me.
Okay,
Listen to me.
okay.
Listen to me in America.
It's okay.
Okay. So listen to this. Give me what you're proud of to be African, and then tell me how you assimilated to America. Go ahead.
Why do you wanna know? Like, why do you wanna know?
Bro, are you gonna answer the question, or should I just like move on?
You just
Like,
move on
I
because
really
I don't know
don't
why
have
you wanna
time
know. Just tell me a
for
reason.
you to try to guess where.
Just give me a reason. Why do you wanna know?
So the reason is because I'm African. And I want to hear from another African. If you want to pick and choose what you are based off your own best interest, like I don't care for that. You know, I want to hear. I work with my community, so I want to hear something good to my community. If you don't have anything to offer my community, then I don't really care about where the fuck you come from in Africa.
Oh, okay.
Because like all our people in Africa have been sold.
Look. Listen, brother. Just listen to me. Just listen to me.
So you're
just listen to
on
me
an
right now.
American
You just
panel.
listen to me.
You're on an American panel. No, you
don't.
listen to me. You listen to me, please. Nobody fucking asked you or cared about where the fuck you come from. I'm asking you. Don't be trying to come up on my panel thinking that you run shit on my panel. I'm asking the questions. Are you really ready to answer them? Or are you gonna talk over me?
Doesn't matter. I'm not talking over you. I'm just telling you the truth. But you're just acting weird, man. You're acting crazy. I don't know what the fuck.
All right, fine. So you can stay muted, bro. This is my panel. Like I don't care if
You
come
be
up
here,
or
man. I'm gonna
not.
leave you alone.
You're
I'm
a
gonna
guest.
leave you.
You're a
Even I will
guest.
leave, man.
You are a guest. You are a guest.
I'm a guest, but you don't
are a
listen. You don't listen
guest.
to
You
me.
are a guest. You're a guest. You're. I don't have to listen to you, bro. You're on my panel. All right. So listen, you want me to treat you like I treat FBAs? That's fine, brother. I thought we were brothers because you're African, but apparently we're not. We're not family. So you can't listen to me. You have to speak over me. I won't let you speak over me, okay? Get in line. Speak over the white tea people. Speak over the FBAs that hate Africans too. Yeah. So, anyways, nobody gives a fuck about you guys coming up on here and telling me your truth. If you don't want to hear my truth first, because I'm the host. Did you guys forget? I'm the host. I give a fuck about your position and where you're from and what you. That's not my people. I'm American, but I don't get along with 90% of Americans in America. Like, give a fuck about how you feel about where you're coming from. And I got nothing but Africans. I got nothing but Black Americans. I have nothing but African Americans. I have nothing but good friends that show me that you guys ain't shit. You Africans, you Europeans, anybody that wants to talk down to other people living the life that you don't live, right? You don't know what it is to be homeless. You don't know what it is to be, you come up on lives. We're here for the most vulnerable people, the homeless. We're here for them. So fuck you, fuck your descendancy, fuck your lineage, fuck everything you got going for you. Nobody gives a fuck. If you don't make sense to me, you don't make sense to everybody that I support. You don't support our families. You don't support anything here. All right? And I'll be the first one to call you out on that bullshit. I'll be the first one, okay? Give a fuck about your certificates. Give a fuck about where you graduated from. Give a fuck about your livelihood in America benefiting from other people's destruction. Fuck your family. Fuck your mama. Fuck your father. Fuck you and your whole lineage. How about that? How about that? You guys want to talk shit about African people on every given day? I will never let it happen on my platform. You know? Fuck you. Fuck you and everybody that comes with you, all right? You will never make me feel bad about not defending your position. You do everything in your own best interest. Yeah, of course.
I gotta pull it out.
Yeah. Again, fuck you, fuck your moms, fuck your dad, fuck your whole family, fuck your tribe. If you're not about liberating all Black people from the diaspora, fuck you, fuck your government, fuck it all right? So come up here if you have some balls to try to represent your people about how my people are dehumanized on every given day. And I will drag your bitch ass. Please come up here. Come as an African, as an FBA. Let us know how we're not as Black as you. Let me know, please. Let me know that my blue black is not your copper colored black. Let me know, please, guys, because I will always show you the truth. I will show you my truth. My truth might not be your truth, so I give a fuck about how your feelings. I really don't care at this point. We got a lot of hate coming from FBAs. We have a lot of hate coming from Black Americans, surprisingly. But we have a lot of Black Americans that are closeted FBAs. I'm not here to pick and choose. I give a fuck, for real. So if you come up on this panel, just know you're going to be questioned. Just know that African people run the world, okay? We're global, bitch. You can't do shit about it. Tariq Nasheed or Donald Trump is not going to save you, all right? You're not going to be saved. Not on my watch. Tariq Nasheed's not your leader. Yeah. He's your owner. He's a brand ambassador, okay? So here we are trying to educate our people, all Black Americans. Don't you dare be an FBA. If you're an FBA, you're dumb for it. Because me and my people have already done the work. So keep being obsessed with FBA. Keep trying to defend foundational Black Americans. Please do that. So we can clap back and put you in positions of powers not to reiterate the same bullshit, the same talking points that the Mac, your pimp daddy, the Mac has done for you already. Self-made, welcome to the panel. Can I get your race and ethnicity, where you're from,
I'm
please?
a black American, obviously from America. Of course. What else did you ask?
Yeah. So I need a race. So race and ethnicity. So I need two
Okay,
aspects of that.
I'm black by race. My ethnicity is Jewish. I'm ethnically
Okay.
Jewish. Oy vey. Ethnically Jewish. My parents are Jewish. My mom, my dad, my
Are
parents.
you Drake? Are you Drake?
No,
You
nigga.
Drake?
Drake is like a half caste. He's not even a real Jew, if you ask me, because his dad is not Jewish. But anyways, this isn't about Drake. This isn't about Jewish.
So
This is about.
what's the true Jewish? What's a
Oh,
true
you got
black
both your
Jewish
parents
then?
got to
Tell
be
me.
Jewish, and I don't argue back and forth with that. I let people sit there and say, I know you think about the white people that say that only your mother has to be Jewish. That's because they're bastards and they can't trace their father's lineage. I don't sit there and muddle with that, but again, people have the right to believe whatever they want to believe. I'm not going to tell them that they're not.
So do the Jewish people do a paternal thing
Well,
like
the
African
thing
people
is,
do?
right? Jewishness, as in what it has become today, mainstream wise, is typically looked at through a European lens. So it's looked at through the eyes of them because they're the ones that ended up allying with Russia and the UK and everything to get the promised land. So because of that, they're kind of the say so on their own authority of what they consider to be orthodox. So the idea of being Jewish kind of revolves around them from their standpoint in the worldwide standpoint. But in actuality, everything that they're doing is blasphemy and is stupid and is dumb to anybody who's ever read the Bible. It makes no sense. But again, people are entitled to live the way that they want to live. They're not Jewish because they were Jewish from birth like that. They're Jewish because their parents raised them to of this identity, right? They're raised to believe this, so that's kind of what they stick with. That's why you'll see that they have tattoos and they partake in things that Jewish people shouldn't partake in. But again, I'm not going to judge a child or judge somebody who's 20, 30, and 40 years old or whatever, who since they're a child have been indoctrinated to believe something that I disagree with. Again, they're not harming me by calling themselves Jewish. Do I believe they're Jewish? Absolutely not, because I know that they're not. But I'm not going to go out of my way and sit there and fight them about it because it's ignorant. There's no point in
All
doing
right.
that. But
All right, self-made. So the whole small hat people. Let's stop.
there's nothing.
Let's be
Why y'all
TikTok
say
language
small
friendly,
like that's an
please.
insult? Like, is that to insult them? There's nothing
Hold on,
wrong
hold
with
on, hold
wearing
on.
that.
Self-made. Hold on. So again, self-made. Hold on, bro. Hold on. So again, for TikTok purposes, let's just not say let's not say that
My
term,
bad.
you
I'm
know.
sorry.
But here, I do want to say this. So
TikTok language.
no, it's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
Your concept of
Their
yeah.
concept of Jewishness, right?
All right, I forgot what I wanted to
Their
say.
concept of
Hold
okay.
on. I have to mute you up, bro. No, I have to mute you. Sorry. Self-made. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Let's go ahead and introduce Black History. Welcome up, brother. Go ahead, introduce yourself. If you want to respond to what he said, please, bro.
Yeah, big up vibes, big up, man. Like seeing you go live. To be honest, like seeing you doing your thing. Do you know what I mean? I like how raw you are with it. It's straight to the point. Honestly speaking, I never heard most of what you said. You know, like what was some of the stuff you were saying? I was doing stuff in the background as well, innit? What was some of the stuff you said, Self?
What I was saying was, I didn't say anything on. What I was
Mm-hmm.
saying was, he asked me what my ethnicity was. I told him I was Jewish. And I told them both your parents have to be Jewish and their parents and therefore and onward for you to be Jewish. I was telling him that those people who identify themselves as Jewish, who say that it's only through matrilineal descent, that's wrong. We don't believe that. That's not a Jewish practice. They get that from Babylon, because during the time of Babylon and probably 2nd century BCE or so, going onward to like 500 CE, they were destroyed as a people. So the Babylonian people are the reason why they now deal with the Talmud and everything like that, because pretty much if it was through your father's lineage, that's how you carried on your inheritance, but they lost that, but they never lost their identity as being Jewish. So the oral tradition that they have is that it's through your mother, because no matter what, you know who your mother is, right? You'll never know who your father is, right? If you're sleeping with somebody that looks similar to let's say like your people, right? Your people ethnically, right? You're going to share similar facial features. So you're not going to necessarily know 100% for sure that that child is yours patrilineally, but you'll always know who your mother is, especially at that time. So they ended up changing their tradition to where it's through your mother, as long as your mother is Jewish. But we never traced our heritage through our mothers. We traced our heritage through our fathers.
So
But what
Jewish
they
is
had was they had sages and rabbis in Babylon that basically gave their interpretation of scriptures. For example, Esdras, when Esdras had sent away
all right. Hold
the
on.
the
So
men and their foreign wives or whatever, they interpret that as saying, you know what? Well, and Esdras never mentioned the Jewish women sending away their foreign husbands. He only mentioned the Jewish men sending away their foreign wives. So they use that as a point to sit there and interpret their oral tradition to say, well, because Esdras, who rewrote our Torah and our laws from memory, because we lost it in that captivity, they'll sit there and interpret that, well, he didn't mention the Jewish women and their foreign husbands, so it's okay to be Jewish, have a Jewish mother and have a foreign father, when that's not true. They just purposely misinterpret it because it benefits them, so they can sit there and call themselves Jewish when they're not.
well, Jewish people are basically how do you say it? Asian and European. That's what they are.
No, Jewish people are not European. Jewish people are Asian. Again, you cannot be
Yeah, but they're
mixed and
mixed.
be
They're
Jewish.
mixed. They're like
You
mixed with Asian.
cannot, I'm
They're
telling
mixed
you,
with
cannot
European.
be mixed and be Jewish. It's against our laws to be mixed. You will be called a mamzer, a bastard. No. But it's okay for them to do it because they're saying it's okay to do it. And because they are the authorship of modern day Judaism, right? Because they're the ones who got the Holy Land back. I will never take that away from them. They allied with the England and Russia to get the Holy Land back. I will never take that away from them. I won't speak ill against them because I believe that was God's will. So I don't take away their Jewish identity,
All right,
but I disagree
all right.
with what they say makes them Jewish. To me,
Okay, one sec, bro. One sec.
okay,
One sec. So like I'm just looking at various sources now. All right,
let's
and
go.
I'll read what it says. All right, if you want the sources, I'm happy to provide. It says Jews. Let me say JWs. Yeah, JWs are a diverse people with roots in the Middle East, Asia, but over centuries, different JW groups developed distinct identities and ancestries with major branches like Ashkenazi Jews, Eastern, and it's telling you what it is, Eastern/Central Europe, and Sephardic JWs, which is Iberian Peninsula /
Right,
Europe,
right,
incorporating significant European heritage. While
right.
Mizrah,
Those people
while
didn't.
let
They
me
never
finish,
intermixed.
bro. Hold on. Let me
You're telling me
finish.
something I know. So
While, well, according to you, you just said that they were Asian and that was the end of the
they
story.
did not
But
listen.
here's saying
They
something quite
mixed
different.
themselves. I
But
made
hold
that
on,
very clear to you.
bro. Hold yourself a moment. Gather yourself together, please. You've been doing all the talking. I've been doing barely any talking. Right?
Okay,
Right.
go
So
ahead.
it says we've made it.
Yeah, fast. Hey, yo, Black, you're a moderator, by the way. You're a
Thank you very
moderator.
much.
I have to leave for a
Yeah,
little
of
bit.
course. Because
Black, you're a
thank you very
moderator.
much. We have to control these conversations. You know what I mean? We can't just let one person do all the talking. I barely even spoke. You've been doing all the talking.
Okay, bro,
According
get
to
to your
what?
point. You didn't
According to
announce
what?
your source, so I'm
Control,
confused as to who you're speaking
control
of.
one's emotions. Control one's emotions.
Well,
So, like,
nobody's emotional. Just get to the
but
point. We're
you're
grown
having
men here.
emotional
All this
spillage right now.
yapping.
Why is your emotions collapsing then?
Because you won't
Right.
answer the point, bro.
Just
What?
hold yourself. Gather yourself. Just hold yourself. No need to cry.
Hold on, Black. I got you on my. I haven't. Yeah, I haven't made you a moderator
No,
yet.
no, it's
I'm
fine.
trying
It's
right now.
fine.
I
All
have to.
good.
I have to delete somebody.
I didn't even
Hold
look
on,
for the
Black.
mute button because I don't need it. One person needs to learn how to control his emotions. That's it. End of story.
No, but self-made.
I'm trying, but he's not getting to the
let my
point.
moderator like talk to you.
Very familiar
Yeah.
with Sephardic people,
No, you
Ashkenazi
have to let him
people.
talk.
Like,
You have
what's
to
he
let him
yapping
talk.
about?
You have to shut the fuck
Okay,
up.
well,
You have
listen,
to
dick
shut the fuck
sucking
up,
ass
bro.
cracker. You go kill
He's
yourself
crashing
and keep
out. He's a
dying,
crash
boy.
out.
Keep dying
Jesus
for our
Christ.
people, boy, while
All
we
right,
sex
You're a
traffic
crash
your
out.
I'm
women.
about to drop
We
this.
Oh,
sex
he's a
traffic your
crash out.
women
I'm
all the
about
way
to
to
Drop
drop
North
him.
your
Carolina
bitch
and
ass. I'm
Western
about
Yeah,
to
drop
drop
Virginia.
him.
your
Drop him.
bitch
So
Drop
you
ass.
him.
keep sucking his
Drop him
African
quickly.
dick, boy, while
Hey,
you
drop him
We
keep
quickly.
already
fucking
knew you were
Drop
crash
him
celibate.
out.
quickly.
You
Drop him
fucking
quickly.
We
loser.
already knew you were gonna be
Hey,
a
yeah, drop
crash
him
out. We
quickly. Thank
already
you.
knew.
He was trying to. I didn't even. I said drop it
Let
quickly.
me drop him. My bad,
He was trying
Black.
to get your
My
life
bad,
flag. He was
Black.
trying to
My
get your life
bad.
flag.
I did not see
He was
that.
trying to get your life flag. That's
I
why I
know
dropped him
he
quickly.
is. I
Yeah.
know. Thank you.
He's a little crash out, man. He's upset
Man,
because JWs have
it's
European
okay.
ancestry. Hey, because you have European ancestry. Is
Man,
that
they're
really
so
the case?
mad. They're so
Hello.
mad.
Oh my days. Oh my god. You see what you do, Vibes? This is why every time you come back to my live, I'm like, yo, what happened to your cat? You're like, my cat's
I'm sorry,
died.
Black. I'm sorry.
You're
This
a
is what
joke.
happens. This is what happens on
I
my
was talking
life.
about you today. I was talking about you on another live. I was like, oh, I was like, what do you think of blacks? I was like, oh, not blacks. I was like, oh, Vibes.
Man, I'm
I was
sorry.
like,
I came up on your live, Black, and
yeah.
I was so drunk. I
When?
was so drunk. I was with the family and
When?
like the last. Okay,
No,
we'll talk
you
about
hit,
this
yeah,
later.
you hit
No,
that good then
no,
because
here.
I never thought so. But I was just saying today on another panel, I was like, Vibes is cool, you know.
No, I was. I was just like I was ad libs. I was
You
ad libs on
joker.
your live.
All right, cool. Let's get this. We got somebody on the panel. Aaliyah, how you doing?
Thank you, Black, so
No
much.
problem.
How are
Anytime,
you?
man. Very good, man. Very good. Did you hear all of that palaver that was going on?
Yeah, I heard some.
Really?
I want to. It's okay if I address the prompt.
Yeah, of course.
So, is this like about FBAs running away from them being African descent?
Not really, no. If I didn't even ask what the host what the prompt is
Okay,
about
what
because
is the
I'll tell you,
prompt?
hold on. I'll tell you what I see. I see what it is. Like I see you got Trump over here. Okay, as this YT leader and supremacist. Then he's got the people that work underneath him for him, like ICE, doing all his dirty work, the work of YTs, which is to get rid of what these who they call these immigrants and whatnot in the Americas. I mean, they're the biggest immigrants themselves. And then you see the African American, for example, trying to leave or escape the oppressor. Okay, and then you got FBAs doing the dirty work as their dogs. Okay, their minions. They'll be the ones hunting down the African Americans as if they're two separate people, and practically they are by by the stunts. You see FBA is acting like a dog here, like a sniffer dog, trying to weed out the African Americans for the YT. I mean, she's got anyway, but that just deals with it anyway. For anybody who's listening, I mean, am I right in that summary of the prompt? I never even asked. I never, you know what I mean. My first time seeing it. Am I wrong in that perception, Mr. Vibes? American brain. Okay. Let's tap up the live, guys. Host is clearly doing something. Yeah, that guy was definitely a troll. Definitely a troll. A crash out troll as well. A crash out. How about that? Let's tap up the live.
I got my own bird.
No, hold on. Black,
Someone
did I make you?
someone just bought me 2 tamales.
Are you still mod,
Yeah.
Black, or
Well, hold on.
should
Let
I
me check.
redo this? Hold on. Let me
Not
look
in the
right now.
moment.
No, I need you right now, Black. If you wanna, we have nothing but FBAs that swarm my panel every time. They're
That's
so
fine.
hurt about they're so hurt about the prompt.
A little bit.
They're so hurt about the
I'm saving
Oh,
it
I
prompt.
for
love the
tomorrow.
prompt. I have to give you some props for the prompt.
Hold on. I know. Hold on, Black. I just want to make you moderator before I leave
I
you.
have that. Like I'm saving
Because
it to do it for the rest of the
Black, I appreciate you. You know why?
Where's that? Keeping it real.
I love Black. I love Black history because he is a historian, right? And just because we're talking about the subjects that we're talking about doesn't mean that he can't give his historical background. for it. Okay,
Yeah.
he is a black British UK. You guys want to strip his blackness away from him,
Never.
even though he is black Jamaican. He is more blacker than you would ever expect yourself to be, but because he has an accent, they want to call you a tether.
Yeah, he's a
They
tethered
want
whitey.
to take.
Do you know what?
They want to strip your
Oh,
blackness away from
100%.
you. Yeah, go
No, I was
ahead.
just gonna say, sometimes I just love having the British accent because that's what actually makes these FBA start crying and wetting the bed, and they, start shaking like a leaf because they're like, "Oh, why is he got a British accent? Why is he allowed to be talking about us? He from the UK. He's Jamaican. He's Jamaican. I'm FBA. I'm indigenous. Y'all can be African if y'all want to be African.
Man.
Y'all can be African if y'all want to be African. I'm indigenous. So we get it all.
Yo.
Yeah, that's why I like having an accent sometimes. I like,
Yo, Black
let that shit
History.
burn. Eat your heart out.
Man.
KW.
You know what's so good? You know what's so good about our language is that we can literally. So that's what FBAs are scared of, that we will infiltrate their society.
Yeah,
that we are more black than they are. Yeah.
It's a fucking Joe Rogan podcast over here.
And so relax, my boy. So hey, so the only thing you have to concentrate on is like, I am who I am. I'm authentic, right? That's why I respect you, Black History. I
Thank you,
respect
man.
you.
I got a lot of respect for you as well, to be honest.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And
regardless
one day,
of regardless
when
of
that
your
whole comment
accent,
happened-
regardless of your accent, brother, I still respect your heart. You know,
Of course,
and the heart. You know what the heart is? Is to be proud to be African, to have an affinity to Africa. Like, why should we be ashamed of that? You know? And
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I asked. Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Just gonna say I can't apologize, unfortunately, about my accent. It's we get this accent from the oppressor. I'm not speaking in our Western Central African mother tongue, are we? In our indigenous African tongues, are we? Because of the YT, because of the colonizers. So if I had to apologize for my accent, I'd be apologizing for what these people did to my people, which they never asked for any of it anyway. It's the same as Black Americans. They can't apologize for the fact that they're speaking British too. They're speaking English. They're speaking English.
Tell me about it. Yeah.
So yeah, these Germanic languages, Germanic developed languages, basically. So so when they,
I always say that.
It's true.
Always say that.
But do you know how uneducated that makes them when they say, "Oh, look at your accent, man! Look at your accent. Y'all speaking English, like, bro, you're speaking English too, you jackass."
Do you think that's where the
speaking
embarrassment
English too.
comes from?
Huh?
Do you think that's where the embarrassment?
Yeah, no.
Do you
of
think
course.
that's where the
It
embarrassment comes
burns
from,
them.
bro?
It burns them. Of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Exactly. Where are you? Outside or something?
But is that our fault? Is that our fault? Okay. Let me tell you this, Black History. I didn't know how to speak English until I got to high school. Like I was in special ed. I was in special education because like I grew up with my mom, so she only knew Spanish, and everything I knew was
But you speak
Spanish,
English
right?
very
But
well
like
anyway.
I could not comprehend
Yeah.
English.
You got
For
it
a
very
very-
well though.
I know now. Now I sound like a white
The
tea
white
man.
tea.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. But that's similar. But here, let but here, you can switch up my language, but I still have my heart for my African people.
Yeah.
I still have heart for fuck English.
Let me share this.
You
Let me
know,
share this to my
or fuck
friend.
Spanish at that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Groups as well. When I'm at it, Black History, the mods on here. Who else is on here? Okay.
And here, while you do that, let me tell the people what it's really at. So I was never accepted as an English speaking person growing up in America. I struggled with English up until I got to high school, junior year. I never even knew. I tried so much. I had so many friends that tried to to understand what I was, but I could not speak the English language. Being born here, because my family taught me. They taught me Spanish. Spanish is not my original language. My original language is an indigenous language, but because of colonization, right?
Yeah.
I was not able to learn the colonized language. So fault me for that. Send me back from my country. Make me feel not like a FBA because I don't speak the way you want me to speak. Now here, you hear me speaking now. You hear me speaking right now, right? They think I'm a white T man, right? Let
Yeah, they say
alone
that to you, but I've had that now before. No, go
I
on.
will articulate my struggle. That's
Yeah,
that's what it takes. That's what it
of
takes.
course, of course.
Black history.
Mm-hmm.
All it takes is us to articulate what we actually feel like. They will always call us we don't belong here. We don't understand their position and point. We can speak their language, but we still have a different political point view, right?
Of course.
So with that, yeah. So with that, we will speak your language, and then we'll serve it to you the way that it needs to be served to our own people, not to you or YT people or Spanish people or Latinos, Hispanics, or the rest of the European diaspora. We're only speaking about our diaspora.
Right, exactly. Um,
That's all. That's all I wanted to say. Sorry.
no, it's no problem. I'm actually just trying to share the live with a couple of people. Actually, that's it. So I'm just scrolling through, looking through this list quickly. But I'm hearing what you're saying. I'm nearly done as well. Let me send it to him as well, and let me send it to two more people. Oh, Anointed, is he still on the live? If he's not, he should pass through. Yeah, and
Anyways, I love Black history. Black history, brother. I respect you. Honors to
thank
you.
you, man. Don't worry. Listen,
And
we got the same.
I'm sorry. I was
Just real quick. I just say we got the same
yeah.
level of respect for each other. Just trust me on that. I was just trying another live earlier. I was like, yeah, Vibes is really cool. What do you think of Vibes? I was like, he's really cool. You know. So I think he's a cool guy. I was hoping he was gonna pass through one other live that I was on earlier. I was on Diamonds one. You know what I'm saying? But what's his name? He was like, yeah, Black. He was like, yeah, he's cool. But you know, just had this little fallout. He didn't really get into it though. But you know, I was like, okay, I hear that. And then we just started talking about when I had this little fallout with Black.
Bro, Black. That's a whole. That's a different. Yeah, that's a different
Yeah,
conversation. You already know. But here, let's just move for that. Let's move forward past that. Let's just say that. Listen, we're proud to be African.
yeah.
We love that Africa spread to Europe. We love that Africa spread to the Americas. We love our influence to every culture. Now, if you deny our culture, we're gonna have a little pushback with that, you
Right.
know. If you claim to be American Indian, we're gonna claim Africa had influence on every aspect of any civilization. Okay, so if you want to deny that, that's fine. But we're proud of who we are. We're not here to convince them otherwise, right?
Right,
Black.
exactly.
We're not here to tell you you're African. If you want to be American Indian, just go ahead and do that. But we're proud of who
Exactly.
we
We're
are.
very proud.
All
We know
right.
who we are.
And if we show you aspects, if we show you accoutrements of our culture, if we dare enough to be prideful about who we are and to share the culture that we have to share with the rest of the world, which we have been doing, you know. So
Are you bringing up
and it's
people speaking on
like,
different things if they're
if you're
speaking on
gonna
indigeneity and FBA? Or is it just the one I did?
yeah. So
That's fine. Look, we got
Yeah.
First Gen here. She's a real
So do what you
she's
have.
a real Inuit.
Yeah.
She's in the comments.
Go ahead.
She'd be happy to come up. But I ain't got the mod controls at the moment.
So, but Black, what? Yeah, facts. Black, you got the. I'm gonna let you. I have to walk into the store. I'm gonna let you a mod.
Yeah.
But I do want to say we have love all of the world. African people have inspired and lived every part of every. We're all over the place, right? So, but like we are who we are. We're proud of who we are, and we're proud to influence
Right.
every part of Europe. First and most, and then we're proud of influencing everywhere we go.
Right.
Okay, so I'll land on that point. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Black.
no
I'm
problem,
sorry,
man. No problem. Just do your thing. we need to get first gen up on the panel. Um, I think he still needs to give me the mod powers. I don't know when he'll be able to do that because he sounds like he's doing something. But request up there. Request up first gen. Vibes. Let me know when you're back. Let me know when you're back. I know you said you was going to do something. You'll have to wait until he's back, so I can bring you up. But if we have any FBAs or anybody who's claiming that they're indigenous to America, and any black people claiming that they're indigenous to America, then request that. We want to hear from you. We have to deal with this before 2026, guys. We have to we have to wrap it up. We have to wrap this shit up like between today and tomorrow. To know what is and what is not. We got to get to the bottom of these things. There's no need for all this back and forth. Why, when we have the facts? Why, when we already have the knowledge? We already have the information. We already have the data. We already have the records. Foundational Black African. Nice, I like it. Tap up the live, guys. Let's tap up the live. We already have the information. We have the data. We have the records. We have all of it. Okay? We can analyze it. We need to wrap this shit up, guys. All these claims. Any fictional claims, we need to wrap them up for we need to wrap them up before 2026. This is the host prompt. It's a good prompt though. I think it's a good prompt. I like the analogy. It's deep. So guys, if you're at FBA, don't be afraid. Right? Just like the angel said to Mary, do not be afraid. I come in peace. Do not be afraid, guys. Be confident. Come into this space. Let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your views. Be confident in your rhetoric. Be confident in what you believe you know. Be confident in what you believe. Be confident in what you have come to understand. Right? So if you're FBA, or even if you believe that black people are indigenous, feel free to come here. Feel free. Do not be afraid. And let's tap up the live. Tap up the live in the meantime, guys. Gotta tap it up. Tap the prompt, guys. Tap it up. Tap the prompt. I've seen a bunch of things. Seen legs in the prompt. And jeans. When you're back, Vibes, I need to get these mod powers going in the backdrop. Well, what's going on in the backdrop is what we see today. I just saw it straight away and I got it. What's going on in the background? Oh, the actual background. You're talking about the actual background, I'm guessing. What the host is doing. I don't know, he look like he's fishing or something. He look like he's in the grass fishing. Uh-huh. You like this? What do you like about this? Come up and speak your views. I need these mod powers, Vibes. I need the mod powers. People are gonna want to come up. They're gonna want to come into this live. I need mod and I need it quick. We got people gonna need to bring up. Thank you very much. Says the Black history is good, level-headed. Thank you very much. Yes, I got my screws intact. Unlike some of these people making these false claims, these fictitious claims, you know. We got black people today claiming that they are the original Vikings, guys. Something's wrong with that. Something is wrong with this picture. Something is wrong with that picture, right? Claiming that they are the original Vikings. This is what black people are saying. The original Vikings, the Scandinavians, the Europeans that came from Sweden and Denmark and Norway. This is what black people are saying that they were, the Vikings. We have black people today saying that they are the Olmecs guys. Imagine this: the people of North Chico, the people of the indigenous, real indigenous American civilizations. We got black people today saying that they're the Aztecs. Hey, Miss Maria, how you doing? Yes, yes. Honestly, they brought black people. Next year, 2026, we are gonna have black people saying that they are the original Anne Frank. You know what I mean? The little JW girl that had to deal with these NZs in Germany. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna start taking these little stories of people and start saying that they were the survivors of the of the Holocaust. This is what will be being said. Good, thanks. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm waiting for the host to come. Hey, Vibes, man, if you're gonna take too long, I might do the live on my one. You might as well come up on mine. Because if I run it on mine, like, we'll get some more people come up anyway. You know what I mean? Because look, you're taking ages to give me mod. We got people coming in the live. Some people are gonna wanna have a little thing or two to say. We could really get this live popping, so let me know. I'm thinking to start it on my one. He's very busy. I think he's busier than he thought he'd be. Yeah. That was about 1,000 years ago that the Vikings came. Yeah, exactly. They came in 1021 in the year 1021. Skraelings. What the fuck is Skraelings? I know that's what they called you, but what's that meant to mean for them? We fought back. Yeah, of course. You definitely got to fight these people, man. Definitely. These people have been... They think it's an achievement, an accomplishment to conquer people. They think it's an achievement, an accomplishment to steal. Stealing. Being a thief, basically. Pillaging. They think that's an accomplishment. An accomplishment to grape. An accomplishment to do all of these things, to abuse people. Guys, I'm getting tired, man, because I need mod. I need these mod powers, bro. Host, where you at, man? I might have to jump back on, like, in a bit when you come back. Because we had people that came in the live that wanted to come up, but I can't bring them up. You need to add the mod powers. I am thinking, I'm in two minds. I'm like, do I go on my live right now and just get this on the road?
So, anyways, thank you, Black. Here, I just got back. I had talked to somebody. Again, we're only here for FBAs, right? We're not here for Black Americans or African Americans, right? They know they still have some affinity to Africa. We're only here for FBAs that.
What about the pseudo indigenous?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's how I call them as well.
Okay, so Black History has all the smoke.
we can do both. We can take on both groups.
Hey, just stay patient.
Hey, give me mod.
We can just stay patient though, because like I'm trying.
We missed out on people, about 8 people that would have come up on this panel already, but we missed out because I didn't have the mod at the time. So let me get mod real quick.
Let me give you all the privileges right now. You know what happened? Well, you know what happened? I had to delete other mods.
I do it all the time because you only get 30.
I went. Okay, you're set. All right. You're set right now, Black. Do you see them?
Perfect. Remember that.
You won't see until you see other. Hold on. I got you here. Hold on. Try with no right now. Hold on, he's gonna come up.
Oh yeah, perfect. It's
So I
working.
just gave
It's
you
working. It's
privileges.
working.
Hopefully
Good,
you got
good,
them.
good. Let's get some people up in the building.
You got it. You got it. All right, Black. All right, Black. I got you, brother. Go ahead. Hey, brother, you're gonna be inundated by Black Americans and FBAs. Okay, I'm gonna walk away because I'm gonna go get some food, but I'm gonna leave you in charge. And I love you. All right, bro. I want to come up, but I can't. Sister, go ahead and just request. My mods will let you up. All right, we'll let you up. Don't worry about it. If you didn't accept me as a friend, I cannot allow you to come up here because you have to allow me to. But if you request up, we can allow you up. Okay. Too many people here and nowhere for me to go. So, sister, you have to accept my invite to get a request from
Vibes,
me.
are you going to be back in 10 or 15 minutes?
If that doesn't happen, I'm already here. Black, are you gonna come back? I'll
No,
stay here.
no, yeah. You can go if you want. I'm just saying, as long as you're back in like
Are
10
you
or
leaving?
15. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't want to fall asleep by accident.
Did I leave you? Did I leave you as a
Yeah,
mod?
I'm a mod.
Did I
I'm
leave
a
you as
mod.
a
I'm
mod?
just trying to. First, Jen, you're not coming up? Too many people
All
here.
right,
Maybe
yeah. Go
come.
take your time. I'll be here.
All
I'll
right,
be
cool,
here.
cool.
I'll
Got
be
you. I
here.
got you.
I'll be here,
I got
bro. I'll have a whole full panel when you get back.
you. All right, cool. Feel free to come up, guys.
No, watch.
YT's allowed
Watch.
on.
Yeah. So
YT's allowed.
not necessarily.
What
I
about
mean,
KW? You know KW?
I mean, I don't know.
Do you
I
know
don't know.
KW?
I mean, it depends.
It's up
It
to you. I don't
depends.
mind.
It depends.
I'm just saying.
But here, regardless of the fact, I'll be here.
All
I'll
right,
be
cool.
here.
No problem.
Black history. Just watch me. I'll run. They want to hear my voice. The people that want to talk all this
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
So here, all black FBAs, all FBAs. If you have a problem with the picture that I have prompted up here, please present yourself. Give me the reasons why you don't accept the picture on the prompt, and then we'll go from there. Okay, guys. And then Black history will come back.
Black
Okay.
Americans, come back. Yeah,
I
all right, cool.
appreciate
Got
you,
you.
Black history.
All right, no.
But I no here let me do this. I got it.
All right.
So again, guys. So the question, the picture on the prompt, guys, is a slave catcher, right?
Hey, let me explain it to you.
It's
I
the
think I got
house
it right.
Negroes and the field
Hey,
Negroes,
let
right?
me explain it to you. I got it right. I had to explain to somebody earlier
Go
today. They
ahead,
said, "Oh,
bro.
what's going on with the prompt?"
Go ahead.
And I said, "Look, basically, we have
Go
Trump,
ahead.
right? Who's in charge, like what we see in this prompt, and then we have ICE, who's under him, right? Is under him. Okay, he's doing whatever they say. They just do. Yeah, trying to get rid of these. They call them illegal immigrants. They call them aliens. Basically, trying to get rid of blacks and browns out of the United States of America. Okay, no. And then we got the African American who's basically trying to run away. But what they're really doing in terms of allegorically, they are trying to break free from the oppressor. They're trying to break free from the master, break free from that system. Then we got FBAs, the people that don't know themselves, the snitches, the weak-minded, weak-blooded, spineless ones, trying to capture these African Americans that want to be broken away from the system. They want to break away from the YT, and the FBAs are basically just being their dogs. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do what the YT has ordered them to do, and then they can get a snack at the end of it. When they've done that, they can get a little snack. They can get a little doggy treat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's showing in the prompt. You understand? So for those that said, "Oh, like what's the prompt about?" That's what the prompt's about.
Oh, okay. Hey, did you
Right.
know they have an FBE now?
Oh, so yeah, I noticed there's this. Sorry, just to let you know, Ebanks,
Spineless,
when you're talking,
spineless,
one
The
sec.
Do you know they have an
clothes I
FBE right
wear
now?
can get me.
Guys,
The clothes I wear
hold on. I didn't want to use the mute button, but I need to say something, and you can't hear me. When
spineless. You call
Albert,
me spineless?
Albert, 1 second. When Ebanks and you are talking,
You
your thing
got
is
me
making me
fucked up,
repeat.
bro. I got more heart than
1
any.
second, Albert. Jesus Christ, stop crashing out, man. Hold your mouth for 1 second, bro. I want to hear what you're gonna say, but if you're gonna do this thing where you're gonna, think that you're gonna derail the
You ain't
convo,
call me spineless and I can't talk back. You got
I'm
me
gonna
fucked
let
up,
you
Black.
respond in a second. But Ebanks, when you're not talking, you need to keep your mic on mute.
We're gonna drop the OG. We're gonna drop OG. Relax, OG. Please.
Yeah.
We're gonna let Black History run this show, okay? And let me make this more available to everybody right here. Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead, Black History. My bad.
Yeah. So I'm
What's going
happy
on, brothers?
to get some introductions done up in here.
How you guys doing today, man?
We are very good. Why? What
Nice,
country are you
nice.
from? What's your age? What's your country? Say what?
From the United States.
YT, BLK,
Yeah, I'm
Chinese.
white. I'm white.
Okay, cool. We're gonna come to you in a moment. Let's just get some introductions done on the panel real quick, yeah? One sec.
All right. Is that the host?
Say what?
Are you the host?
I'm not the host. The host has left me in charge. The host is doing a few things. That's fine. The host he's here. He'll jump in and out whenever he's ready, whenever he's available, and whenever he's ready. He's here.
Did he give you like the powers?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, my bad.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. Okay.
What
you
is he?
Right. Okay. No,
What is he, Black?
Well, I'm white.
Hold on,
Man.
let's get some intros done, man. Let's get some intros
What
done.
is he?
What is who?
The
Who's who?
dude that vibe.
Oh,
I'm white and proud, dude.
That dude. What is
All right, Albert, shut your mouth.
guy?
Hey, shut your
Albert? You have to control yourself.
FBA.
Albert.
Hey, shut your FBA.
What is
Yo,
the guy
shut. Yo. Let Black look. I don't make me drop you again. All right, Albert, stay muted. It.
What?
If you go
What
off,
are you?
if you go off mute, I will. If you go off mute, I will drop you. I will drop you. Here, let Black History run this panel. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Everybody, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
please.
this isn't.
Let Black History run the panel.
But he's black.
Let him
though.
run
I don't
the
think
panel,
he should
please.
run
Guys.
anything.
Oh, let's get this pussy out of this conversation.
All right, so
You have to get rid of this.
Dude,
pussy.
you're black.
Yeah. All right. I dropped him.
Cool.
I don't. Yo, that dude. That dude. You got dropped.
We got rid of the Charlie Kirk fanboy. He's gone. Charlie Kirk fanboy is gone. All right, cool. Let's get back to the conversation now that he's not here. Idiot. Anyway, so guys, let's get back to the conversation. Let's get some intros done. Albert, we're going to come to you last because you can't control yourself. So we're going to go with Sun, then Ebanks, then Albert. Sun, what's your age? What's your country? And what's your stance on the prompt?
36. I'm Black American.
Mm-hmm.
Is the host white?
The host is not white. No.
He's black?
Yeah, he's black. He's just well spoken, just like myself.
He's black.
Hold on, who said that? He said well spoken. I was looking at
Well
his skin color.
spoken. You hear this shit, right?
Right. I was looking at
UK white tea.
spoken. Wow.
But that's fine because
You
guys,
can't beat this shit.
Y'all gotta get away from that.
Hold on, wait. So the host is white.
Hold on. Don't make me drop y'all. Y'all have to shut the fuck up. Y'all have to shut the fuck up.
Dude, please
Y'all
drop
have
me,
to shut the
Whitey.
fuck up.
It was on me first, though.
I'm about to drop. I'm about to drop some niggas. I'm about to drop everybody. I'm about to drop everybody.
White boy.
Hold your mouth.
So here, I'm about to drop.
Albert.
It's all right, white boy. It's all right.
All right. Cool.
So here, I'm gonna just leave Black alone. It's like, nobody deserves the right to speak to us like that. Just because we speak the language the way that just because I don't speak Ebonics. Yeah, exactly. So here, Black History, you get to decide who do you want
No
up,
problem.
okay? Because I don't want people
I'm gonna
over
control this.
talking.
Don't worry. I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah, I got good discernment. Trust me. Nobody's hard to handle. Trust me. Ain't nobody hard to handle. So, Son, you can come back. Let's get into a conversation. Or did you need your FBAs to shield you? Are you good on your own? All right, cool. You're here. Right. You asked about the host. You done got your answer.
Yeah, I was just asking ethnicity. He seems white. He showed his white hand, so I'm assuming he's white.
He's black.
He's white. I just saw his hand. He's white.
Shades. He can be like.
I just saw his whole arm. He's white.
But you know what? We can look at Black
No,
American.
no, you
No,
no.
hold
I
on, son.
just
Hold
saw.
on, son. I need to tell you
Hold on,
something. If we
hold
look
on.
at
I
the
just saw.
average Black American, they have
Okay.
24%. Do you know how much
Is
24%
he?
is?
Is he? He's white. That's a
24. No,
white
but
one.
hold on, son. You're not listening, son. I hope you're not crashing out. Let me tell you something. The average Black American has 24%. That's basically a quarter of a cake.
That
24% European admixture. You understand?
is a
So
white boy.
are you guys whitey as well then?
That is
Are
a
you
white
guys
guy.
whitey as well then?
So it's a white guy and an African running alive talking
Could
about
you not hear what I'm
FBA.
saying?
Okay, I
Are
got
you crashing out? Don't cry,
you. Yeah,
man.
he's white. So it's a
Don't
white
cry.
guy and an
Don't
African.
Yo,
cry.
son,
You're
Don't
African,
son,
cry.
right?
son.
Are you
Your
African? Are
mama's
you
white,
African?
bro.
Exactly.
Shut the
Are you
fuck up.
African?
Stop it.
Black.
Stop it.
Bro, man.
Your mama's African. Your mama's
Hey,
African. Your mama's
that's what I'm
African.
saying, bro. We could get into a conversation, but if you're gonna be crying
Oh, black. You
about
took. So black.
who's
You take that
whitey
as
and
you
who's
take.
whitey and who's not, that's gonna apply to a lot of African Americans. I wouldn't do that if I was you. Don't do that to your fellow brothers and sisters in the US.
Your
But
Don't do
black.
that to your
lineage is white
people,
tea.
bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't do that to your people. Do not do that to your
Black. Are you
people.
African?
If you ain't got the range though, Mo, if you're just stuck on that piece, if you ain't got the range, it's fine. I'm gonna move on.
I'm asking your
Have you got
ethnicity.
the range or not? Because otherwise, maybe the brother above you might have a bit more range than you.
Yes, I have the range. I'm
So
asking you your race and ethnicity.
he saw skin color and he wants
Oh,
to
I'm asking you
attribute
your race and
race.
ethnicity,
He
black.
wants to attribute race to
Black. I'm asking yours. You asked
your
mine. I want
color.
to know yours.
I'm blacker
Not
than
you. I'm
you.
talking to black.
I'm blacker
Black.
than
What's your
you. How
race and
about that? How
ethnicity?
about that?
Well, me, I don't. I'm in the UK.
Man,
So,
look,
Look,
Tariq
you letting the white
Nasheed,
guy talk for you.
stop it.
hold on, host. Hold on. Host.
These
You letting the white
interrogation
guy talk for
tactics,
you, black.
No,
You letting the white guy.
don't worry about
like,
him. Don't
listen.
worry about him, fam. I got him.
No, hold on. Black.
You let the white
Let
guy
me,
talk over you, black. That's bad.
black. Let
Yeah,
me deal
deal
All
with
right,
with
go
the
this.
ahead.
slave. Yeah, deal with black. So you the
Let me
slave on
listen
the
to the
panel.
sun kiss.
Damn, black. You the
No,
slave
hold
on the
on,
panel.
No, shut the
Damn, you
fuck up.
muted you, black.
No,
Damn, you muted you, black.
you the house
Damn, you muted
Negro.
you, black. That's
You
messed
the
up,
house
ain't it?
Negro, bro.
Damn,
No,
so black, you the little
I didn't
slave.
mean to mute you. I didn't mean to mute you,
You the
black.
little slave on the panel. All right.
Son, you a house Negro. You a house Negro, nigga. Here, let me
See,
drop you, bitch ass
basically, we don't do
nigga. Let
crash
me
outs,
just drop
guys.
you.
We only do those that got the range to have a conversation. All right. FBA, you there?
Yeah, so I agree with dude. Y'all are very weird on this thing. You have an African and a white person speaking.
Wait. Are you a crash out as well? Jesus Christ. Oh, I think when they haven't got the range, they resort to that. You guys looking for an excuse to drop early, isn't it? You guys ain't got the range. When you guys gonna get educated, man? Jesus Christ. Hey, when you gonna get educated?
Y'all are very.
When you gonna get educated is what I'm trying to find out, FBA.
When are you?
FBA ain't got the range. What does FBA even stand for? I swear it stands for full blown African. Full blown African. Isn't that what it means? Or is it still the old technology? You need to update it. Are you still going off the old technology? Is it the reason FBA means what was it again?
That's what it means.
Furious being African, or is it full blown African? Which one? Tell me about it. Which one? Full blown African, or is it furious being African?
Spread.
You can't answer? What's going on? Tell me. Is it full blown African?
Don't get your bussy spread.
What does FBA stand for? All right, cool. Go get your Bucci eaten in the comment section. See you later. Bye bye. All right, go eat your Bucci, bro, in the comments.
Yeah. Your mother got her booty cheeks spread by African, right? BBC, nigga. ABC, nigga. African big clock. Big mama clock.
Have I met Black before?
No, we couldn't have done, but don't worry. This is always the first time.
No. Here.
Okay.
How are you? You okay?
Yo, Lady J, we're only here for
I know.
FBAs, okay? I don't want Black history already, so I don't even know how to put this, but
I'm in the back.
Black
I'm in the
history.
back.
That's my sister Jay, okay?
Yeah, Lady J,
All
yeah.
right. She in the back. All right. She a moderator
Is she
too.
cool? Is she on the right side of history and all them things? Are you on the right side of history?
I mean, it's up for debate, but here,
Lady, what's
let's
going
not.
on? What's going on? What are you?
Hey,
Are you
I'm a
celebrating?
mod. I'm in the back.
But hey, Black history. This.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna get started with Lady.
Yo, Black history. This is
Yeah,
your
yeah.
panel, okay? Black
I got you,
history.
bro. I got you. Don't worry.
No. This is your panel. I want you to. Yeah, I got you.
Don't worry. I got
Thank
you, bro. I just run it like I run my own, innit? Lady J. So where are you at now when it comes to like? Are you on the right side of history? What's going on?
Okay. Yeah, I am. I'm just in the back.
Lady J,
I'm
hold
just
on, Lady J, let's just skip her. Let's
yeah,
Alright,
just
we'll
skip
get
skip
her,
back to you.
me.
bro.
Don't
Yeah.
worry,
Please
don't worry. All right, cool. I got you. All right, Hawk. Hawk,
skip
what's going
her
on?
Black
Hawkeye.
History.
Very good, thank you. What's your age? What's your country? What's your stance on the front? Mm-hmm. Mm. Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm.
Gone too far with it. They've gotten carried away. Well intended, they just got carried away.
Mm. Of course, of course. I can speak to that, no problem. Lady J, is there anything you want to say about that? Or you in the background still? I don't mind. That's fine. All right, cool. So, Hawkeye, you're right. You know, some things that you said is actually correct. You know, I could understand why one may want to take that route and maybe perhaps calling themselves an FBA if they were looking at trying to uh make an argument for like reparations or something like this. But they completely ruined the argument. So they ruined the argument. They ruined the movement. The movement can't take off the ground, honestly speaking, because they just can't be the primary voice for reparations or oppression of black people in the United States of America. We have half of them, maybe about 55% of them, saying that slavery didn't even happen.
I
So
mean, let's be honest.
it may have started out as a good idea, like, hey, yeah, let's do this. But when that idea got put into motion, it proven to be, a failed movement. It's already a failed movement. Because when you actually look at it, there's too many things wrong with it. Half of the people are saying slavery didn't happen. They're saying that the numbers are misconstrued. It's all made up, right? The FBA has now become merged with the FBI, meaning those that are deeming themselves as foundational black indigenous Indians. Okay, so they can't make up whether they're these foundational black Americans, that have this long history of their ancestors being enslaved in the United States of America, and they can't make up whether they want to be indigenous to America and say that they're the first people that in the Americas, that have been there before indigenous Americans that have been there for 23,000 years as a minimum, as a starting point.
Oh
So
yeah,
they
I
can't
mean,
say whether they're those people or whether they want to be these people over here. So which one are you? Are these ones over here or are you those ones over there? Are you FBA or are you the FBI? Or are you
yeah, I mean,
FBI?
this
You
is the
understand?
issue. It's when they start getting into this Hotep stuff, where it's like, oh, we know what happened. People came over the Bering Strait at some point, maybe within 20, probably 20, at least 23,000 years ago, and that they are now, maybe you want to claim there's some grand common origin somewhere in Africa. Great, sure, fine, no problem with that. But black people as a polity did not exist on this continent until we were brought here against our will by transatlantic slave trade. And we have no reason to deny that. It was
Right.
just how we got here. We got our stake in the nation eventually, but that's just how we got here. I mean, look, there's no benefit to denying reality. And this is the issue I have with them. It's like, look, I don't know what an FBA is, frankly, in this country, in the United States. To be black,
Okay.
it requires you to be American. You can't
Hmm.
be black and be an immigrant from some other African nation. You can't be black and be an immigrant from somewhere in the Caribbean or from Central South America,
Of course.
Canada even. You can't. We have a definition. And the
Right.
FBA, now this is what I mean by over delineation. Now we're losing the word black. I don't look at someone from South Africa and say, oh, there's a black person. No, African American maybe, but not black.
So are you saying that black belongs to black Americans? Sorry, what did you just?
In this country, to be black means to be a black American. Yes. Maybe
No,
not in the rest of the world. Like in England, I know they have
That
their own.
means someone
no,
from
no.
African origin. You know that, right?
Right, thank you. One sec. Got to introduce you in just a sec. So black means, if we're doing a definition, the definition means mid to dark complexion, so mid to dark complexion of sub-Saharan African descent. And to black has always represented to mean African. It's never been the case, to mean something else. So if you was going to say that's the case, you definitely need to provide some sort of primary source for that. But
Sure, I was going to say I'm
but
just
when
working with the common political meaning.
that's
not with
absolutely
the
fine. Just letting you know though, because if we are going to say that black has meant anything outside of being African, you would need to prove that. But based on the definition, we can see that quite clearly that black means mid to dark complexion of sub-Saharan African descent.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
being black
black
requires
means
you to be African.
black
Yeah,
means to be
that I get.
African, right? And when we say sub-Saharan, just so that we know, so you got the Sahara Desert, obviously in the continent of Africa, and it spans all across the North Africa region. So when you're saying sub-Saharan Africans, you're basically sub means below. It denotes the
Yeah.
word under, underneath, or below. For example, when we say sub-zero, we mean less than 0 degrees. A submarine, we're talking about the under of the waters, yeah, underneath the waters, below the waters. A
I took Latin. I
submarine.
know what you're
So we're
talking
saying sub-Saharan, meaning, but it's more meant in the terms of south of the Sahara Desert. So basically the bottom, the underneath of it. So it means sub-Saharan. All of that region there is are black people by definition, because they are what, mid to dark complexion of sub-Saharan African descent, below the Sahara Desert. There we go. That's what black means. If you're going to say it means anything other than that, then, for example, to say that only those that are in America are black, you need to prove that all these other people then that are in Jamaica, like myself as a black man Jamaican in the UK, yeah, Caribbean people, you have to prove then that we are not sub-Saharan Africans. You need to
Yeah, no, I
prove
wasn't
that
giving
we
the.
do not have sub-Saharan African descent. That's what you need to prove. So
Yeah,
you
no, I
cannot
wasn't
actually make
giving you
that
that
claim.
definition.
Therefore, you can't make that claim then that you made a short while ago when you said that black people in America are considered black. Okay, but to suggest that other people aren't black. If you in America are sub-Saharan African descent taken from Western Central Africa against your will, brought to a foreign land, you had no choice, no say in the matter, no element of decision making, right? Brought from Africa against your will to the Americas. You didn't know you was going there. You didn't ask to go there,
Right.
right? Then you're sub-Saharan African descent. Last time I checked, Western Central Africa sits inside the sub-Saharan African region. So it's
Yeah, I
sub-Saharan
was.
African. So if you are African, if you are black,
I
then
know.
every
What I
other
was.
person of sub-Saharan African descent is black. Whether you're Caribbean, whether you're black residing in any part of Europe, whether you're in the United States of America as a black man. So let's just make that very clear. All right, got to move forward real quick. We come back to you. Who's the next person we got in the panel? We got not in use 818. Hello, you there? Yeah, very good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, you?
Yeah, I'm good. Would you want to introduce yourself? What's your age? What's your country? And what would you like to say about the prompt or what we're
Yeah,
discussing?
I'm 25 and I'm Somali, and it's just disgusting. The FBA people, they act like they're white supremacists, and they're just really ignorant, have no education. 1 minute they claim to be Native American, the next they're gonna say that they're Chinese. I swear to God, like, you people have an identity crisis.
No, they've already started. You're a little bit late. They've already started. Black people now have been making these statements about how they are the original Vikings. They've been saying that they're the original Chinese people that built the Great Wall of China. They've been saying that they are the Olmecs of North Chico. They're saying that they're the Aztecs. They're saying that they're the Mayans. Nobody's safe in this discussion. They're saying they're the Anunnaki, which means the ones which came from above. Basically, in other words, they're saying they are the aliens. How about that? So not even the aliens are safe. Nobody's safe right now. You understand?
Yeah, they've been even claiming ancient Egypt, but they talk down on Africa all the time. Like, they don't. It doesn't make sense.
So claims of ancient Egypt is a historical fact that sub-Saharan Africans have ruled in Egypt, but not just sub-Saharan Africans, but those that are considered by the definition of YT, which includes Mediterranean people. Yes, they've included Mediterraneans to mean that they are also part of the whitey race. That's what they have done. But anyway, but it's a historical fact that sub-Saharan Africans have ruled in Egypt. So yeah, so they're not wrong to say that black people have ruled in Egypt. That is a historical
But
fact.
their people never know.
But they're sub-Saharan Africans, so this is more. I think, generally speaking, black people might look at it like a shared experience because they're black. You know, the Egyptians ruled in Egypt and they were black, and obviously, black means to be sub-Saharan African. So, in some senses, they may feel connected to this history because obviously they're sub-Saharan, and obviously, you know, some of those Egyptians that ruled were sub-Saharans. You know, so in that sense, yes, they not wrong. But when we start making claims like Egypt is in America, now we're in a different type of, you know what I mean? This is something that has no, there's no evidence of this. It's just basically make believe. It's based on one's beliefs, you know. And what does belief mean? It means what a person accepts to be true, especially without any proof. That's actually the definition of the word belief. So that's not rooted in any facts. Talking about Egypt is in America is in America. That makes no sense whatsoever. And the original name for Egypt anyway was Kemet, which means the land of the black. And why would Egypt be in America if the original name means the land of the black, but yet we have archaeological, scientific, paleoanthropological proof and historical proof to know that the first people into the Americas, the indigenous, which means the first people prior to any colonization that took place, we have all this evidence to see that they were absolutely not BLK, not black, not sub-Saharan Africans. So with that being said, it wouldn't make any sense for them to be talking about Egypt, which means the land of the black that is in the Americas, but yet the indigenous people aren't black. Doesn't make any sense.
But they say that they're not African though.
Who says that? Sorry.
The FBA people, but they claim ancient Egypt. They have an identity crisis. I'm just confused myself.
Are
What they
you
stand for.
cosplaying because you just say FBA? Yeah, okay, because she's saying that they're claiming they're not black or I'm
African.
confused.
They're African.
You're confused. That's why you're calling me YT Black History. Which one is it? Because you're confused. Because last time I checked, when you come up on my panel every day, you're talking about you're a Pan-Africanist. You're a Pan-African, but you're an FBA. Who the fuck has ever heard of a fucking foundational Black American Pan-Africanist? What the fuck is that? You ought to be kicked off the panel with such name. Please, let's not go there. So make your point and let's get to your point. Right. Right. So
What?
I'll answer you on this. So first and foremost, yeah, keep yourself on mute when I'm talking because your thing is making everybody mute. If anybody speaks while you're off mute, they're going to be repeating themselves because you're echo. Don't know if you need to disconnect from Bluetooth or whatever you need to do. You've got to sort your mic. Anyway, so talking about FBE, the FBAs are always claiming that there's some other groups calling themselves FBs, FB whatever. And the reason is because they don't want to be alone in this. You understand? They realize they're alone in this. They realize they're outnumbered. There's a very small group. There are only a handful of people amongst the 48 million population of black people that sit inside the United States of America, and that's a shared 48 million, by the way, with many of them being immigrants, many being African Americans that know that they are African Americans, and then you got a small, a handful of them amongst this 48 million calling themselves FBAs, but yet we ain't got all these major celebrities that have been calling themselves FBAs. You know, if you go on Tariq Nasheed's website, he's their god, he's their leader. He will have people on there like Beyonce. He'll have people he'll have some other celebrities as well, but like for Beyonce, she always paying homage to African imagery in her music videos, and has Africans in her music videos to do African dances and African songs and African imagery and African references in her songs. But yeah, they keep people like her in on the website as if she was a FBA. So it's about them not being alone. I know it can feel so lonely. It's so cold. It's winter time, isn't it? So yes, this is what he's talking about. Have you heard of FBEs? This is self-proclaimed by FBAs, calling you know,
Was that true, basically?
black people in Europe as FBEs.
I've never heard of FBEs.
Even if, you know what? Let's give you a little education anyway. Even if
These niggas in America don't
Yeah,
even
of course.
know.
You know what? Guess hear this though, host. If black people would have more of a, they would have more rights to even refer to themselves as FBEs in
Uh,
Europe, which we're not.
they're not
We ain't gonna
pan.
do that.
They're not pan Afri. They're not pan blackness.
But you know what it is. You know what it is. All right. So let's go by the recorded history.
Can I jump
Well
in?
recorded, documented history. You can after I make this point, you can jump in.
That absolutely.
So
Can
hold
you at
on.
least
We're gonna
Okay,
go.
okay. Hold on. Let him
One
land. Let
sec,
him land.
one
Let
sec,
him land.
one sec, because
Let him land.
like the famous Dr. Henrik Clark once said, he said, I only argue with my equals, the rest I just teach. So this isn't, I'm not trying to debate you on something, that's a fact. Let's look at a well-recorded documented history. If we go by 1501, this will be the earliest presence of black people in the United States of America. Well recorded by the French, by the Dutch, by
Yeah,
the
facts.
Spanish, by the Portuguese, by the Brits, and so on and so forth, right? 1501. If we go from 1501 to this day
Yeah,
today, that's 524 years. You see how you fed the
yeah.
scene?
Berlin
Feed the
Conference.
scene. Sorry, they're saying
Berlin Conference. They carved up everything that has to do with Africa. Now, do we see it like that?
no, but hold on,
No.
watch this real quick. Yeah. Remember we said 1501. If we go from 1501 to today, that's 524 years. Now, if we're
Okay.
dealing with the United States, 1619, Jamestown, Virginia, which is also an English colony, by the way. Yeah, the Brits was in the Americas as early as 1585. Okay, but 1619, Jamestown, Virginia.
Okay.
If we go from 1619 for the United States, that's 406 years to today. Let's go to Europeans, who he says that they're claiming to be FBEs, foundational Black Europeans. The earliest presence of black people in England is actually recorded in 43 AD. That means the
All
first
right.
century. A century is obviously up to 100 years, right? They came in the year 43. That's 7 years before even the mid part of the century.
Oh
So
my
that means that
God.
there's been a
Oh
presence
my
of black
God,
people.
brother.
There's been a
Yes.
presence of black people in England, basically
They
almost
assimilated
2,000
two more.
years ago,
Yeah.
2,000 years, and yet we are not calling ourselves fucking
Oh my
FBEs and
God.
FBAs and all that shit. We ain't doing none of that shit. You know why? Because there's still sub-Saharan
Y'all
Africans.
whitewash the African aspect.
Still sub-Saharan
Yes.
Africans. You understand what I'm
Sorry,
saying?
brother. Go ahead.
So there would be more of a right for
And that's the
Go ahead.
issue.
No, go ahead, man.
Guys.
No, that's the issue. So you chose whoever was dominating over the language at that time, and then you subscribe to that language. So again, your YT European language to make people that are African that have more assimilation to a European language because they added onto the English lexicon, right? The AAVE or the Ebonics. So again, you guys love to change shit to not make it African, not knowing that Africa had nothing to do with the foundational aspects of being black. So my biggest hang up to you guys is discard your Africanness, right? But we still have students, we still have youth, we still have African people that have black culture. You know why? Because they married black American women. They married African women. You guys want to use FBA as a kind of like a buffer system, but like again, anybody that was a immigration passport certified, you have to learn about the 13 colonies.
Yo, what is your background?
You have to learn about nothing. You have to learn about everything that has nothing to do with Black American culture, because you know why? They fucking shrunk it. Black Wall Street, guys. Like, come on. So if African people recognize the worth that you have in America, don't blame it on African immigrants. They came here because of all the hard work that you put in, and we love that. But YT people are gonna call that what? 14th Amendment, 13th Amendment. Our people are jailed over and over again. So stop it. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear about how you're Ebonics made it happen for us.
Right. We got somebody on the panel. We got Ane,
You guys are mixing up a whole lot of things that can't be mixed together. First of all, the gentleman down said he talked about some like rights and things like that. First of all, rights is a God-given thing. Like no human being can give you a right, for one. Two, I've been listening to you guys for a while, and you guys out here talking about how like black people have not been here for the past 400 or 500 years. Black people have been here before Christopher Columbus even got in here.
True.
Prove it.
And wait, let me give you a couple of seconds. I also wanted to mention it is so sad that a lot of young, whatever anyone identifies themselves, it don't matter. It's 2025. It is so sad that the biggest global wealth transfer is happening in 2025, in 2026. Yet a lot of us are like too busy trying to identify ourselves as like African American, FBA, FBE, whatever. And it is so sad because in 2025, 2026, the number of billionaires and the people that are, like how wealth is being transferred and people are making generational wealth, yet the minority who are, again, I don't want to say minority, black or African, it don't matter, whichever anyone identifies. It's funny how 98 or 99% of the entire wealth, less than 1% of the people, less than 1% holds the entire wealth of the world. Let me land. Give you 1 second.
You already messed up. You talked about black people being in the Americas before 1492.
Oh no, black people have been in America way before Christopher Columbus came in here.
When's way before? How long's a piece of string?
Again, let me say one thing, and that will probably answer your question. History is about who writes it. It's about who's telling the.
That's the weakest argument I've ever heard. That's like saying, hey, YTs own all science. YTs own all archaeology.
My guy, I was listening to you for a while. Give me 1 second. Let me land, please.
YTs own everything. YTs
I was listening to you for a while. Let me give me a second, please.
Let's not do that, bro. We got well recorded evidence, bro. Let's go.
Give me the rest of that.
There was an extremely wealthy man from Mali. His name is Mansa Musa, who came to America way before Christopher Columbus even came in here.
Wrong. I can talk to you about that whole thing right now. I can break it down.
What's your background? What's your nationality, by the way?
I can break that down to you. My nationality is not going to help the answer because my nationality ain't going to do nothing about the facts.
Yeah, but again,
my nationality ain't going to change the facts. But let me answer you. You said Mansa Musa. First of all, it wouldn't have been Mansa Musa. Yeah, Mansa Musa was the world's richest man.
When he came to America.
No, wait, I'm going to answer you on it. 1 second, please. I'm going to answer you on that. So you said Mansa Musa from the Mali Empire would have been the world's richest man of all time. Okay, now, it wasn't him neither. You're referring to Abu Bakari II, who was his brother and the predecessor. So he owned the throne in Mali before Mansa Musa did. I asked you. You said, way before. You wouldn't give me a timeline when I asked you. The timeline you're referring to is 1311. So in the 14th century, in the early 14th century, in the year 1311 approximately, that Abu Bakari II had led an expedition with around approximately 200 fleets to leave from Mali to go across the Atlantic, okay? Now, you're claiming that they got to the Americas. There's no evidence, there's no recorded history to say that they actually got to the Americas. There's not rooted in facts, because Abu Bakari II and his people didn't even return back to the Mali Empire. So if it didn't return, nothing was reported to say that they got to the Americas.
Well,
so
who's to say which history is correct? Because none of us were there.
You can't say that one thing equals the other thing. Oh, because he left, that means he automatically got there. You don't know that. He could have unalived that sea. So no. And here's the other thing. One more thing, 1 minute, because my one's rooted in the facts. Like if we pull up the sources right now, we're going to find everything I'm saying to be true. I only talk about the verifiable, factual information. I'm not coming here to be selling out beliefs and wishes and hopes and aspirations to people. We're just going to just deal with the consensuses, right? And if you're saying that the consensus isn't so, the burden of proof isn't on me. The burden of proof is on you to prove otherwise, because you're saying that the world consensus is incorrect. Something's incorrect. So then that means you got the correct version. Just come with the correct version. We ain't got to do no talking. Just come and present the facts. Utilize the big screen. Take well advantage of this big screen here. Take the big screen. Why are we longing this out? But anyway, let me get back to this in the meantime, since you won't be taking the screen. It doesn't seem like, right? So Abu Bukhari II, that's in the 13th, in the 14th century, which is the early 1300s, 1311. I've just given you the time date, the timeline. I've given you who, when, what, where, why, and how. We talked about Abu Bukhari II. You said it was Mansa Musa. It was not Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa took over the throne after his brother had left. That's why he was the predecessor, because it's his older brother that had the throne, led the expedition to go across the Atlantic. There was no proof, no records, no confirmations, no ultimatum, no conclusion to say that he got to the Americans. No bringbacks. There was no bringbacks as well from the Americans saying, here, this is what we've got. Here you go. Here it is. We do not have that. So you are coming with all these make-believe about that he would have got to the Americans then. Let's just say he got there. We're going to say, let's say nothing. We're going to base it on the evidence. If you ain't got the evidence, my bro, then we can't say that this is a confirmation of any of these things. That's what you believe. The dictionary word for believe means what a person accepts to be true, especially without any proof. I'll say that again for those in the back. What a person accepts to be true, especially without any proof. Go look up the word believe and come back to me right now. You can thank me later if it doesn't mean, if it means that. Right. Here's the other thing, how it doesn't prove that they got there before the YT man as well. Even if he's saying, let's say by what he's saying, which isn't proven anyway, right? That black people, which is Mansa Musa and his people, or let's say Abu Bukhari, the Mali, people from the Mali Empire, right? Sub-Saharan Africans, that they got to the Americas around the timeline, let's say 1311, when they led this expedition, right? 1311, please stay with me, stick with the numbers, okay? Remember, Christopher Columbus got to the Americans in 1492. So according to their theory, okay, which isn't proven, their logic, okay, their beliefs, that Mali, Abu Bukhari got there in around 1311. So we're talking less than 200 years, okay? Less than 200 years later is when they're saying that the YT man rocked up, is when Christopher Columbus rocked up. And how we know that they still wouldn't have got there before the YT man is because other than indigenous Americans who have been in the Americas for at least 23,000 years, right? Other than them, the first people to come to the Americas were the Vikings, who were Europeans. They were Scandinavian. They were from Norway. They were from Denmark. They were from Sweden. When was the Viking era from? It was from around 783 AD. When did it last till? It lasted until 1066. But when did they get to the Americas? They got to the Americas approximately over 40 years before the end of the Viking period. They got to the Americas in 1021, basically in the year 1021. So in the year 1021 is when the Vikings got to the Americas, and there is archaeological evidence of it as well, by the way, just to let you know, right? 1021. According to what this man just said, who's now dropped, is that Abu Bukhari, he actually said Mansa Musa, and he was wrong on that, because it wouldn't have been Mansa Musa, it would have been Abu Bukhari, his brother, is that Abu Bukhari got to the Americas in 1311. So this would be 300 years later than the YT man, because the first people to get there, and they have archaeological evidence of it and historical evidence, is the Vikings that got there in 1021. So they still wouldn't be getting there before the YT man. Black people still wouldn't have got there before the YT man, because the YT man was already there, 1,000 years ago, in the year 1021, which is the year 1021. So you're already wrong. You're lucky I'm not the host. I would have played the drum. Just to show that, that's some bullshit right there. Sorry, what would you say?
That's why.
We
hustlers, that's why.
Who's we?
We see land, right? White people see land where the king of the Native Americans were over there, right?
But there's a difference between hustlers and thieves.
No,
and there's a difference between hustlers and villagers. There's a difference between hustlers and grapers. Hold on, you can't be coming up here promoting YT supremacy and YT privileges and YT ideologies and YT colonialism, and then you want to change the word from colonialism. No, let's go back to what the word is. It's called grape. Graping is not a flex. Graping is not a flex. So how are you gonna call it hustling? That ain't hustling, bro. That's called graping. You understand? Please don't try to come up here
Africans are
with
the white slaves, though.
with some PDF. Do not come up here with your PDF mentality, talking about how graping is a flex. Come off here, man. You're some nastiness. I don't like grapists. Grapists aren't allowed up here. You understand? Simple as that. You're gonna try and undo what you done, bro, and then try and make out ace colonialism and graping and pillaging and stealing and all them thing there is some nasty flex. About we were hustlers. We were hustlers. Yeah, it's called hustling. It ain't called hustling. It's called graping. Stick to what it is. Keep it a buck. Keep it 100. You ain't gotta lie about this shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, moving on. So yeah, if anybody's thinking that they can come up here for any fucking pretending privileges and you know what I mean, or any YT supremacist privilege and whatnot, bro, it's not gonna exist on this panel, man. You know what I'm saying? Do not come up here in this type of space, right? You can clearly see what the prompt's about, and you're gonna try to come here and try to flex YT supremacy. Bro, you call it hustling, bro. That's not the truth. Oh my days. Okay, and what was the reasoning behind it? Did your people not rock up? So let me ask you a question. Did your people not rock up with pew-pews and put it in their face and start telling them what they need to start doing? Start saying business. It was business they never asked for. What are you talking about? Did you not see what I said? It was business that they did not even ask for. So what are you talking about? So it wasn't business.
Came over here from the Atlantic slave trade, right? They were already slaves. And also the Arabs owned 10 million black slaves, while white people owned 400,000. There's a whole difference. And also, there's also black slaves also that bought their freedom. And also, hold on. Anthony Johnson was a perfect example, right? He owned black slaves. He also owned white slaves too. And he came from Africa, right? So your people, instead of sitting there being free, your own people look at it like a hustle. So Anthony Johnson owned other black slaves too. And he was a black man too. And also he owned also white slaves too. Do you realize white people were from Ireland, Scotland, and everything like that, and they brought down to the Caribbeans to work on banana fields and shit like that too?
Okay, so you're talking about the slavery that you're referring to, first and foremost, was not the transatlantic slave trade. You're talking about slavery that took place basically in many places around the world. Okay,
everybody owned slaves, dude. Everybody owned slaves.
Many people
did owned slaves. Everybody owned slaves, bro. It was a hustle back in the day.
Where your people do not want any responses to what
still sell.
Do you not want any responses to what you're saying? Are we not allowed to respond to all the stuff that
My
you're
man,
saying?
I'm gonna answer your question real quick. Then I'll shut the fuck up.
So, like I said, just do it from early, do it from now, and let me respond to what you're saying.
There's still slavery in Africa today.
So back to what I was saying anyway. You guys introduced the transatlantic slave trade. The transatlantic slave trade. So, bro, this is a different type of slavery from any slavery that you can even refer to, including slavery of Irish people, okay? Because your people, since you're talking about, black people enslaved black, bro, whiteys enslaved whiteys. You understand what I'm saying? What about the Irish slavery? Yeah. What about the slavery of the Irish? Okay, of the Celts, the Celtics. What about the Celtic?
You're being a hypocrite, though. You're being a hypocrite.
What about the enslavement of the Celtic people? Was that not whitey to whitey? Was that not European to European? What about that? But even then, there's nothing's comparable to the transatlantic slave trade, which your people introduced. That's what made it chattel slavery. It's chattel slavery, meaning that any children that would be had were automatically going to go into that slavery, which means that it was hereditary. It was naturally passed on to the child by any child that you have. Whereas whitey people didn't go through that type of slavery because if they had a child, the child wouldn't automatically go into that slavery, and it was for a fixed period of time. Right. Let me fix that.
I'll school you right now. All right, you talk about chattel slavery, right? Yes, they have a contract, right? But then people were still whipped, raped, and everything like that too. Okay, and also black people also sold their own kind into the slave. And also, let me ask you a question, right? You talk about the land slave trade, right? But the worst slavery, right? What about the Arabs that had 10 million black slaves while America only had 400,000? And also, there's other black slave owners here in America. What about
All
that?
right, cool.
Your own people
Yeah,
owned
that's
each
true.
other and sold each other too. It's a fact, dude. It's a fact. It's a fact.
So if
So
we,
you want to
well,
live
we
on
can
this
have a look
white
at it right
lie? You
here.
want to live on this white lie?
So
Oh, a white man
one
or
minute,
something.
sources will always be more important because you're not even
I'll tell you
presenting
something about
taxation.
Christopher Columbus too.
So have a
I'll
look
tell you
at
about
have a look here.
hold
So
on, dude.
in
You
accordance
got
to 1 second, in accordance, we got various sources here. We could look at
Do you know
fact-checking,
why Christopher Columbus changed back from
fact-checking.ie.
them? I got you, bro.
I'll do hostess a sec. So look, fact-checking.ie, we got spectatornews.com, aljazeera.com, UTSD, Department of
I
History,
got you, bro.
EDU. We got so many links here. We got .coms, .govs. And it says here, comparing Irish slavery to the transatlantic slave trade involves distinguishing between a widely circulated historical myth, often
It's
used.
actually not a myth, dude.
I'm still speaking.
It's still in the history
I'm
book.
presenting right now, or I'm happy to drop you and then bring you back up when I finish. Because you're not presenting. If you was presenting something, I'd have to be quiet because you're actually presenting some factual information, but you're not. You're just talking at the side of your neck. So back to what I was saying. It says here,
No, I got
comparing
you.
Irish slavery to the transatlantic slave trade involves distinguishing between a widely circulated myth, often used to downplay the impact of racial slavery,
There's record books.
and the distinct. I don't need any cheerleading.
It's in the record books.
I don't need any cheerleading.
It's in the record book. It's
We don't
called
need any
Ignorance a
cheerleading.
Lie.
Again,
Like you guys been lied to.
All right, you heard me ask him a number of times. We'll bring you back up in a moment. Let's get to the facts there in the meantime, then. Yeah, widely circulated historical myth. You heard it, guys. It says often used to downplay what? The impact of racial slavery and the distinct historical realities of indentured servitude and chattel slavery. While Irish people were subjected to forced labor and harsh treatment, particularly in the 17th century. So this is what he was talking about, right? He said, oh, we went through these conditions. So have a look. While Irish people were subjected to forced labor and harsh treatment, particularly in the 17th century Caribbean, their experience was fundamentally different in legal status, duration, and racial basis from the enslavement of Africans. Here are the key comparisons and distinctions, guys. It says legal status and hereditary. It says enslaved Africans were considered chattel property for life. See, this is the difference here. Yeah, they were considered chattel property for how long? For life. You heard him a short while ago, right? He said something about, but even though we had contracts, exactly. So if you had a contract, it was a fixed period of time for the slavery that he's talking about. But this is not a fixed period of time, right? This is not like a short period. Look what it says. Enslaved Africans were considered chattel property for life, and their status was hereditary, meaning their children were born into slavery. Conversely, Irish laborers were generally indentured servants, bound to a contract for a specific period. And it says here, typically 4 to 9 years. Is that it? Yeah? After which they were free. You hear that, guys? After which they were freed. Their children were born free. You hear this? Their children were born free. Black people didn't get that. It was hereditary, meaning the children was born into it too. Right? You have a newborn and that's it. Your newborn, they're ready. As soon as your newborn can even start speaking a little bit, your newborn's got to get put out in the field and start picking cotton for the YT. Let's have a look at the scale and duration. It says here, the transatlantic slave trade was a massive, centuries-long, state-sponsored system that transported millions of Africans, while thousands of Irish people were forcibly transported. So you mean to say you guys had it in the thousands, but we had it in the millions? In the millions? Okay, but yeah, he wants to put them like they're the same thing. All right, cool. Yeah. While Irish people were forcibly transported, particularly during the Cromwellian quest in the 1650s, the scale pales by comparison. What do we have here? We got information on race and racism. It says African slavery was rooted in a deeply ingrained ideology of YT supremacy and racial inferiority. You see? While the English viewed the Irish as ethnically inferior. So they were only deemed as ethnically inferior, but not racially inferior. Oh, because we're YT and you're BLK. It says here, this was not the same system. If this was not the same system of racialized, perpetual chattel slavery. So now we know what he's talking about. He's presenting some different shit because not even the consensus of what we're speaking about here, not even the historical consensuses are saying that these two things are comparable, right? That's why I started with the sources first. And he said, no, you don't want to hear the sources. That's why I started, because that shows this ain't coming from out of the side of my neck. This ain't coming from my arsehole. You understand? And we got these last bits here. Look, I'm not even going to read all of these bits. Anyway, I'm just going to go to the ultimatum. It says, ultimately, historians agree that while the 17th century Irish experience was brutal, it does not equate to the systemic, racialized, and intergenerational chattel slavery of the transatlantic slave trade. I rest my case. I rest my bumberclock case. So be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. And like it said what did it say in the very first portion? It says here, just to remind you guys, comparing Irish slavery to the transatlantic slave trade involves distinguishing between a widely circulated historical myth often used to downplay the impact of racial slavery. Like I said, I rest my bumberclock case. Um. So. Mhm. So the one. No, you didn't let me finish. I had to drop you down. No,
Wait,
hold on.
wait,
You hold
let
it.
him
Let me
finish,
make this
Black,
clear.
because you dropped him. Let him
No,
finish.
but
Let
I'm
him
saying
finish.
no. He's saying that, oh, he let me finish. This guy did not let me finish. I had to drop him so that I could finish. Let's just make that very clear. Thank you very much.
Right? Am I right or wrong? Since you're a historian, right? The Moors conquered Sicily, and this is what graping. You talk about white people out graping Italian women to where they changed the whole bloodline forever. That's why you see people that are Italy or at least Italian, they have darker skin. They got 5% black in them because of your people. So your people were not as innocent as you think they were. And also, there's mad black slave owners here in the United States of America. Look it up. Okay? They were free, and they also owned other black slaves too. And that's a fact too. And also, Irish people were not child slavery. It's a nice way of saying slavery. That's
No,
all
wait,
it is.
Adrian, I'm going to get him on that. That's exactly what I'm going to get him
No,
on.
no, 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 no. You ain't gonna get me.
Why are they called black?
No, it's in the books. And hold on, then why are you still slaves?
Why are they called black?
Why are you still
Why are
slaves?
they black?
Why are you still
Why
slaves
are
in
they called
Africa?
black?
Why is there still slavery in Africa?
This guy
Why is
don't
there
know
still
nothing.
slavery in Africa?
Anyway, what I was going to say is this, yeah, because he
Why
said,
is there still slavery in Africa?
hold your mouth for a moment, bro. Or you're gonna just again, if you can't do it, then because I was quiet for you to say what you were saying, okay? And you're not going, why is this slavery? Why is this slavery? Why is it? So you're going to speak. Why is it? I said, why is it? You're not going to do all of that. So anyway, like I said, yeah,
Just answer questions, bro.
yeah, mute yourself. All right, thank you very much. So he says that, oh, our people did this and our people that did that. So when we're talking about the Moors, right? So how is it?
Your mic, it's muffled.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's a little
All right,
better.
cool. Thank you very much. So when we're talking about the Moors, we have to understand something from history. When we're speaking about the Moors, we have to understand it, which is heavily influenced by Islam. We have to look what came before Islam was Christianity, right? So the Christianity, for example, which started around 1200 BC, okay, from the Songs of Deborah. And then later on, basically about approximately some 1,400 years later, then you had the New Testament, the formation of the Bible. And this was something, Christianity wasn't spread peacefully and harmoniously, right? It was spread viciously, actually, and violently, right? And then, then you had obviously the Council of Nicaea, which was politicized, but the government was pushing it in 325 AD. And then basically some 300 years after that, Then you had the formation of Islam and the Quran, which was established in the year 610 in Saudi Arabia.
Go ahead.
Can you mute your mic, please? I don't need any help. Thank you very much. I don't need any cheerleading. If I need you to help, if I need you to help out, I'll ask you for your help, though. Okay? I'll ask you for your services. So, like I'm saying, so 610 is when Islam came out, and when the Quran came out. It came out in Saudi Arabia, guys. Remember what it means to be black. To be black, by definition, it means mid to dark complexion of sub-Saharan African descent. Last time I checked, Saudi Arabia is not sub-Saharan Africa, right? So when he said that what your people did, no, our people are mixed to dark complexion of sub-Saharan African descent. So no, my people are black people. Black people weren't the main characters doing these things that he's accusing black people of doing. That's why I started with where was Islam was introduced. Islam came out in Saudi Arabia, make no doubt about it. It came out in the year 610. It came out in 610. By 711, so 101 years later, then now we had the formation of the Moors, the Moorish Empire. Now we had the Moors in the year 611, right? And then it was approximately around 800, and I think it was 827. That is when the Moors, so basically about another 120 years later, basically, is when they started to go and conquer Europe. Okay, they started to go and conquer parts of Europe, basically, right? Like Spain and Portugal and whatnot. That came to an end. That shit fell. That fell in 1492, the same year as Christopher Columbus going to, basically do what he was doing in the Americas. So you just need to understand, guys, when he says your people, it's not our people. You understand? Because that's why I showed you guys the timeline.
I got you, bro.
That's why. Okay, well,
you know
one
why
second.
Christopher Columbus?
I'll be back up in a second. That's why I just want to show you guys. What I'm not going to do is the yelling over each other that he wants to do. I'd rather just do it from a point where we're just going to get to the facts and teach, right? And that's why I've given you guys the timeline, right? I've given you the years. I've given you where the start of where Islam was formed, Saudi Arabia, where the Quran was formed, Saudi Arabia. That is not sub-Saharan Africa. That means it wasn't sub-Saharan Africans. That means it's not black people, because black means sub-Saharan African descent. They're not sub-Saharan African descent. And I just needed to show you that as much as he could say, yeah, but your people did this, right? But what actually started before all of that? Christianity. So they had it was YTs that was already violently, establishing Christianity. They were violently doing that. So you're talking about a people that had learned from you, because the Christianity came before Islam. That's why I started with the timeline of Christianity. You understand? So you're talking about a people that learned the violence from you guys. And then now you're complaining when these people catch up now, they create their own religion now off the basis of what you've got, and they start to embellish the work of Christianity, adopting some of the same figures, characters, people everyone referred to them as, and then they start to go to conquer you. And then even when that did happen, what did you guys do some more? Did you go around to conquer some people some more? You wanted to conquer some more, didn't you? Because that's what happened in 1885 with the Berlin Conference that took place in Germany, in Berlin, when you had a whole conference of 11 European nations. Okay, they had a meeting talking about how they were going to carve up the African continent amongst themselves, as if it was something that they could share out amongst them. It wasn't yours to share in the first place.
Well, man, I got you, bro. I got you.
And
bro.
then you conquered the Americas as well. So your people are no victims, my friend. You're no victims.
I got you. You know why Columbus did what he did with the Indians? Because when they sat down for that Thanksgiving dinner, do you realize that the Indians already had slaves? And what happened was that he was only trying, the Indians fed him slave meat, okay? Slave meat. And Columbus looked at it and said, like, yo, you're disrespectful. When he found out that bullshit, that's when Columbus went ham on them motherfuckers, yo. That's what really happened, and they don't teach it in the history books. And also,
Maze, there's nothing. There's nothing.
No.
You're about to learn something today, bro.
Wait, one at a time. One at a time, or I'm going to drop both of you guys.
Today, Maze. Hi, Lade.
No,
how are you doing?
That's facts.
Hello.
So anyway, I'm here on your side. Don't worry. So Mace, I need to inform you something. Okay, Christopher Columbus, okay, had no authority whatsoever to do the atrocities that he had done to the indigenous people here in the Americas whatsoever. The indigenous people were fighting for their land, okay, and he was stripping them of it. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The history books tell you that he's such a great guy and he was a piece of crap. That's the truth of the matter.
He was a piece of crap.
That man was a piece of crap.
He took ownership, though. And you're a white liberal that's mad about it, dude? Or you gonna
no, I ain't no white liberal. I ain't no white liberal, bro. I'm an independent. I'm an independent.
I'm so sorry.
I'm an independent, dog. Get your facts straight.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you mixed with? Irish, Italian, Jew?
What do you mean? What am I mixed with? I'm predominantly British, bro. The fuck?
British. And your people did the same shit that as we did too.
and I admit to the
and
faults
also
of
you
my
guys
people,
sold
man.
Irish people too, though. Am I right or wrong?
I admit to the faults of my
you
people.
You guys sold
man.
Irish people to the Caribbeans. You guys sold Irish people, Scottish people to the Caribbeans too. So your people
to what manner?
Everybody's people were bad.
To what manner? To what manner?
Was a hustle back in the day.
Did it last 400 years? Like
no,
how the Atlantic slave trade happened?
Today. Am I right or wrong?
Did it last that long?
Am I right or wrong?
Mace, did it last that long?
My dude. It's just my
guy. There's no such thing as slavery. It's what was entailed.
It was a hustle back in the day. We weren't alive for it.
Not even close.
Hold on. Were you alive for slavery?
Not even close. The slavery that you're talking about today is prisoners of war. That's what it is. Okay. So and that's the same concept that they had before the transatlantic slave trade. So once again, I want you to really define how Irish slaves were sold for 400 years, like the black slaves.
Where's the word
Slav
come from?
I really need to hear this, Maze. I need to hear.
Where does the word Slav come from? Where did the word Slav come from?
Where did it come from? Go ahead.
It's the first. Hold on. The first people on the planet were Irish slaves. That's where the word called Slav comes from, right?
You think?
No, we're not. Yeah, no. Yes, they were. Read up on the history.
There were Irish slaves.
They were sold to the South America.
Majority for the majority, no, it wasn't the majority of people. So it's not an equal. It's not an equal response, bro. It's not equal at all.
Do you believe black people deserve reparations? Now, do you believe black people deserve reparations?
Yes, they do deserve reparations. You're damn right they do.
Why?
Yeah, they do.
Why?
Maybe.
All right, I'm about to mute everybody up. I'm about to mute up everybody. I'm about to mute up everybody. I'm about to mute up everybody. I'm about to mute up.
You guys are so lost.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. I just got back in.
Even Malcolm X talked about.
So hold on.
I have to drop him. He runs his mouth a little bit.
Everybody.
You should have been dropped time ago.
I got Diamond. Let me
The lady kept resurrecting.
Let me give a shout out to Diamond. Happy birthday. Hold on.
Diamond,
let me give a shout out to Diamond. All right. She just went through her birthday weekend.
Happy belated birthday.
All right. I want to hear everybody say happy birthday to Diamond.
Fresh when
I want to hear happy birthday to Diamond.
Happy birthday.
Hold on now.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Diamond.
No, listen. I didn't ask that. No. I don't need to hear your happy birthday. I did not need to hear.
Hey, you got a song? Let's put a song in there.
Here, hold on. Let me talk to Diamond. Diamond, happy 26-year-old. You are our youth. You happen to inform early education. You feel me? You have a degree. You have things to help our people out. Now, if anybody wants to come and attack how you educate our youth, how you inform our people, well, that's where they're gonna have to find us, okay? But thank you, sister, for everything that you have done, and happy birthday, and all that good stuff, okay? So, sister, go ahead if you want to chime in on this conversation, and then, like I said, Black History is my mod, all right? So go ahead, Diamond.
So, to speak to the prompt, FBA, they the little dog hiding in the grass. because all they do all day is pretend to be us. You know, they pretend to be Black Americans when they really just, terrorists. So they really need to stop. I'm tired of addressing the xenophobia, the Pan-African jealousy, the, paid operative operation that y'all got going on here with folks getting paid. Like, this just doesn't make any sense. What makes you wake up at 5 a.m. with Africa on your mind to post pictures of monkeys? Like, it makes no sense. And then you want to agree with ICE. I'm going to call ICE on you. I'm going to call ICE. I'm going to call the cops on you. You're weird. You're weird. Black people don't call the cops. Like, let's be serious here. Who does that? Why are y'all siding with the government and white supremacist talking points all day, every day? It's very counterproductive to the goal that we have been trying to reach as Black people globally and in America. We've been trying to overcome this white supremacist, system that we've been going through. But y'all are assisting the white supremacists with your rhetoric. It's divide and conquer, and you're dividing us amongst ourselves. That's the worst thing to do, is to divide an army amongst itself. It doesn't make any sense.
Well said, man. Well said. Does anybody else want to speak to the prompt? I know we got Gogo as well. She just they just came up. Gogo.
No. The one above me is his turn.
Oh yeah, Angry. Yeah, Angry. KW. Gogo.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to say, basically, to what that guy was saying before. I mean, I feel like I'm on repeat. Like, so basically, people need to understand the difference between indentured servitude and chattel slavery. Yeah, and what I've noticed as well is they all say the same BS. Oh, Africans sold other Africans. Oh, the British abolished the slave trade. I mean, it's the same fucking lines, man. It's pathetic. You guys really need to go and learn real history. Yeah, history is very complex. Yes, some Africans did terrible things to each other. Humans do bad things to each other. But the slavery system that was created during the transatlantic slave trade, they created this thing called YT and BLK. So BLK basically, let's just say BLK basically means slave. Anyone that was BLK was good to be a slave. That's why they created the term. I'm sorry, let me calm myself down. That's why they created the term. Okay, and they created the YT term so that the YT people could be treated better than them. Okay, and they use this trade to fuel their industry, to fuel their civilization, to fuel their banks. Look at how the banks were financed, the universities. Yeah, so the same system that we're in now, where we're still called BLK and there are still YT people, yeah, it's the system that profited from the transatlantic slave trade. How is that the same to the Irish? How is that the same as Africans selling other Africans? It's not. And anyone who wants to say that it is basically a racist. We can see you. It's so clear that you're a racist because you refuse to see the facts. And if you want to talk about BLK on BLK crime and blah 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 blah, I've got loads of shit that I've got a problem with my community. We're not perfect, but don't come on here and chat your little fantasy bullshit. It's not going to work anymore. We read books around here. Sorry, I'll be okay.
No, I was just going to say you're absolutely right. And how do we know that? Because if the first thing that you heard me do. Sorry, can you still hear me? Yeah. I was saying the first thing that you heard me do is I presented my sources. He was speaking out of his asshole, He was just saying what he thinks and how he thinks things go. I didn't need to do any of that. I provided the sources for it. I provided things like www.factchecking.ie. We got files.core.ac.uk, history.ucsd.edu. This is educational. Pure qub.ac.uk. There were so many different things, right? That I was providing, like in terms of the sources. What about www.history.com? So when I made the statements that I made, look, the Trinity College Dublin. This is www.tcd.ie, Island Slavery and the Caribbean, Interdisciplinary Perspectives and whatnot, historyisland.com. Everything that I was talking about when I talked about the comparison of the Irish slavery to the transatlantic slave trade. And the first thing, what did it say in the first thing here? It says comparing Irish slavery to the transatlantic slave trade involves distinguishing between a widely circulated historical myth. This is not according to me, guys. According to all these various different sources that I've just explained. Yeah, widely circulated historical myth, often used for what? Often used to downplay the atrocities of African slavery and the actual distinct historical experience of Irish indentured servitude in the 17th century. While both involved forced labor and the brutal conditions, they differed fundamentally in legal status, duration, and scale. So yeah, this one's incomparable, compared to the transatlantic slave trade. That's what made it chattel slavery. That one was based on a contract that was from approximately 4 to 7 years of unpaid work, whereas these people were in chattel slavery. Their children were born into this system of permanent slavery. You understand what I'm saying? He was chatting rubbish. And I said, like Dr. Henry Clark once said, right? He said, "I only argue with my equals. The rest I just teach." That guy I wasn't debating with him. I'm just teaching this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Could never give him the the gratitude of thinking that me and him are debating. No, you're just learning, bro. You're just learning. You know what I mean? Stay in the comments where the host put you and just be learning. Just listen. Don't even type. Don't type. Don't type anything. Just be listening. All right. You're gonna get education today. We're gonna make sure of it before it hits 2026. We're gonna make sure your education's getting topped up. We're gonna get you on track. Don't worry.
Okay, I think we have K. I can't say that.
Late. You can call me KW.
Okay, KW. Okay.
What's up, guys? What's up? How we doing history? What's up, vibes? Hey, Diamond. What's up, Angry Buddha? That's good, man. That's good. I came in, man, and heard that ignorance, and I was like, hold up. Hold up. It's like, oh my god. I didn't even get to hear you present your sources to the guy, by the way, history. I wish I would have seen that.
Hey, 1 second. Hey, vibes, are you there? If you are there, I was thinking maybe to open up the panel a little bit because you might want to have 1 or 2 more people join. I know Mandinka's he's in the comments as well. He'd definitely love to come up.
Do you not know how to change the layout history?
I don't think I can change that as a mod, can I?
Yeah, you can change it. Yeah. So what you do is you're gonna click on like the little add people box, right? And just hit modify, and then inside of there you can change the layout.
No, it doesn't say that for me. All I can do is enlarge my screen. Look, that's it.
No. So you should be clicking down in the like where your microphone is at.
No, that's
and then you have like the actual people, right? Like the little heads that you would add people in, and then from there you should be able to change the layout if you.
No, I can't.
I'm not on your live, so I can't. I'd be able to walk you through it if I had it.
Yeah, no, I can't. I'll put the host button back. He needs to change that one. He needs to put the actual thing.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that guy was pretty ignorant. I'm not gonna lie. He wants to try and compare, Irish slavery to freaking chattel slavery. Man, they're completely incomparable. Like they're the furthest from being compared. And it really sickens me when people come on up trying to throw that on out there as if that has any weight within the situation, and then want to be like, oh, like we shouldn't have to pay reparations. Like, yes, we should. Like, what are you talking about? These people suffered generations. We're talking 20 generations of freaking atrocities, and you're gonna tell me that they're not owed something for it? Or like, bro. That is so wrong. That is a misnomer completely, and I hope that guy is still staying here and getting education today because he needs it.
Have a reading list, so a list of books, maybe not too many, maybe 5 to 10 books that people can read to gather more information about the subject. So I was thinking, you as a YT person, maybe you could come up with like a to read list for YT people who are willing to learn, because I find that no matter what we say to some people, they just come off the panel and go back to their dumb shit. So if you have a to read and list at hand, at least you know that some people that go away will actually learn something from what we're discussing.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I will put one together, actually, Buddha. I absolutely will put one together because
Yeah, it's good, man. Because I'm
that is very good for me.
knowledge, like books and stuff like that. You know, yeah.
Okay, heck yeah, yeah. I'm definitely down for it, man. Definitely down for it.
About your statement, is it Lady Jane? Where you said whoever said that? I never said it. You said somebody said that locks came
No,
from.
somebody said that in the comments.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm in the comments.
yeah, and they said what? That locks came from Africa.
Yeah,
And you saying please stop? Whoever saying that?
yeah.
Like it's not true. How's that not true?
What? Okay. How can I say this? I'm gonna come back to that one. 'Cause I'm trying to say that because I'm really direct and I don't want to come off. I come back to that one.
Well, I'll say this to you. I say this as a nationality is British, but my heritage is obviously Jamaican and proud. I say this as a black man wearing my long locks every day, and I know for certain that it came from Africa. It actually, if you go to Egypt today, Egypt, right, one of the oldest civilizations known to man. You can go and see the statues actually with them wearing locks. You can see the paintings on the wall with them wearing locks. You know, I say this as a person who's been to Egypt multiple times. They're wearing locks. It didn't start in Jamaica. Black people didn't get to Jamaica until around 1513 to 1517, somewhere between that region, those 4 years. Okay, in the 1500s, basically, similar time to when black people got to to the States and got to to the Americas, let's just say, because Jamaica's part of the North American continent, isn't it? So yeah, so this isn't something that started in Jamaica. We need to first of all understand that, because we see a lot of Jamaican people. I'm not saying you said that. No, of course not.
Okay.
But I'm saying some people have that. Some people have that misconception where they think that, oh yes, Jamaicans. You think locks, you think Jamaica, but no, you should think locks and think Africa, because it was African people, that was taken to these places in the Caribbean islands. So yeah, so it's definitely
We have
African.
we have someone at the top. That's new. Gogo.
I was Google. I was here yesterday, but I came up to talk to that guy Mais or something, because it was just a lot of things you were saying that was very wrong. Like for instance, when he was talking about he said that they said that if they were eating people like cannibal or something, but there is some, like, the Catholic Church in this time, before, like, they allowed for people to be enslaved and for people to get their land taken away from them if they were considered like barbarian or something, but to the Catholic Church. So what a lot of colonizers would do, and they would go to the Americas, and they would label the indigenous people as cannibals, so that they can justify doing what they did to the indigenous people in the Americas. So whenever I hear that kind of, like, whenever I hear somebody say like, oh, this tribe did cannibalism or something in the Caribbean or in South America, I think like this may not be true. So it's things like this, like and the thing with the Irish people too, and it was not smart. But yeah, I honestly wish you did not block him.
Okay, so so brother, let me ask you this question. So in Africa, the concept of blackness, right? I mean, we have our own concept of what blackness is in Africa, right? We don't have to say black, right? We present with our nationalities. We present with our tribal, our heritage, tribal bands. Like, so we don't have to say black. Like, we don't have to utter the words blackness because YT people in Germanic language became the word black. So brother, we say melanated, right? We say other words in our own languages that have nothing to do with how people subscribe to the term black. So I want to get away from this, guys. I want to make it real plain and simple that you FBAs trying to reclaim blackness, trying to police who is black and who is not. So I have a rude awakening for you, right? So we're black. We are blue black. All right, bitch. We are triple blackness. We are melanated to the form where YT people, they don't know what the concept of black is, because the concept that they knew black is in Germanic language. They equated to paleness. They equated to bleach. They equated to pale. Okay, so that's not how we see it, right? They literally did a destiny swap with us, and here we are playing the part. Right? So I ask our people to do not do that to us. If we're black, we're black. We don't have to say black. We can say melanated. We can say black in our own, and we have our own concept of melanation. We have our own concept of being people kissed by the sun. All right. Nothing under the sun is new. We know that shit. Listen, guys. Listen. They can claim they have the definitions of what we claim as blackness. No house Negro, no Negro that was not spoken to in his own original. No one of you FBAs can call us non-black because you claim that you're more Black American than the African American. We still love our African aspects about us. We still love Africa. Convince us that we're not African. Convince us that we don't give a fuck about Africa. You will never win, all right? You know why you will never win? Because we know we're African. Now, if you're not African, then stay in your fucking lane. Don't you dare say that 80% of black people in America are not African. I'm not even gonna go there. Don't you dare try to convince our people that they're not African. Now, we're not here to invalidate your experience. You want to be American all you want? Your genealogy doesn't trace back to our forefathers or our ancestry? Fine. Stay where you're at. Stay. Don't use any FBA language to describe your flight or your plight. Do not say that you're delineating. I don't want to hear you call African people tethers, because as soon as you do that, you are a FBA. I'm not FBA, but you love to use their fucking vocabulary. So we're going to clock you on that, right? All you FBAs and American Indians that want to group up to shit on Africans, that's where you go wrong. So yeah, Tariq Nasheed, he might not be your leader, but he is your owner. He's the brand ambassador of FBA. Okay? He has the same talking points about anti-immigration. You guys are stupid. You guys thought that we didn't know how to read you guys? We hear the same bullshit arguments over and over again with you guys. But here, I'm gonna give you guys a pass, okay? But don't you ever dare get close to Tariq Nasheed or his talking points, because we're gonna clock you either way. And then on top of that, I'm proud American. I'm proud Afro-Indigenous. I'm proud African. You can't take that away from me, all right? Whatever I feel, you don't feel because you don't live my life. Maybe I'm not indigenous to the land, okay? Because I'm African, but my other side is American as fuck and African as fuck. And we're proud to be Africans and Americans at the same time. You want to delineate from African American? Go ahead. We're going to reclaim it. You want to delineate from Black American and put foundational on top of it? Go ahead. We're going to have more in common with Black. We're going to have more in common with Black Americans and African Americans than you would ever. You think that FBAs are going to be the population of 44 million Americans? Never. It never happened, never will. It's a wishful thought, okay? So I wish you guys all the best of luck, but FBAs, we got all the smoke for you on my panel, all right? We give honors, we give homage to people that call themselves Black Americans and do not put the foundational before Black American. Black American is an ethnicity. Tariq Nasheed is the brand ambassador to claim foundational on top of an ethnicity, which is called Black American. We still have nothing but honors to Black Americans. We still have more honors to people that still call themselves African Americans. Whether you like to be called that political language or not, it's not up to us to decide that for you. You chose your side. We're still going to be 10 toes down with our chest all out. We're tethered Americans, okay? Fuck a FBA. Fuck a Black American that's on the fence, right? Fuck a Black American that says the same talking white points, same talking YT points, anti-immigration. Fuck all of you guys, all right? This is an African panel. You either for it or not. I don't really care where you're at. Like, we already know where we're at. So we're not trying to convince you of shit. We're not trying to invalidate your experience. Be who the fuck you are. We're going to be who we are.
If this is an African panel, why is a YT main up here, bro?
Every day.
You were there too.
Every day. Every day. It don't matter. It don't matter what you guys want to come up here and talk shit about.
You know that
we are who we
African-American
are.
is anonymously
I'm only speaking to my African people. If you're not
That's crazy
African,
work.
nigga, Tyrone, if you're not African. Yeah, exactly.
You not African,
So,
dude. You
bro,
a Mexican.
why are you up here
Tyrone,
trying to
I
get...
thought
No, nigga,
Tyrone, I thought you were not African.
Tyrone,
I
shut
not
your
African.
ass
I thought
up.
you was
Vibes not African. He a Mexican.
I'm only speaking to African people.
Vibes is
I'm
a
only
Mexican.
speaking to African people.
You are what your mother
I'm
is.
only
His
speaking
mama
to
is a
African
Why
Mexican.
people.
aren't you here?
Why
are you here?
Okay, fine, nigga.
Bruh, you
I'm
a
most
Mexican.
American. All right.
Man, that shit is not
You
even
said
funny.
Yo,
like,
Tyrone,
it's
don't
not
make me
funny.
drop your bitch ass. Tyrone, don't even start. Don't even start. Let me mute your bitch ass up real quick. Listen, I'm only speaking to my African people, my people that resonate with me. I ain't talking about your Aboriginal, indigenous ass Cherokee. I don't really care. I'm only speaking to Black people in Mexico that have nothing to do with your civilized tribes, colonial borders of America, bro. Give a fuck about you claiming America as your own while Donald Trump is like calling people tethers, which you're doing, calling people monkeys as you're doing. All right. So you're just as a monkey. You are just,
I don't believe in that Darwin theory. Y'all,
Nah,
if y'all
don't even start
claiming
with
that
me.
African stuff, that's
No,
out of
Tyrone,
Africa.
I already heard. I already heard.
Shit, that was you.
I already heard your ass.
That was
I already
you,
heard
bro.
your
You
ass.
believe
I
in
already
the
heard
out
your
of.
ass. But here, Tyrone, have respect. Have respect for my panel. Have some respect, Tyrone. Listen, you only have a clearance when Nagual is here, okay? And then I'll hear your ass. But when I'm amongst my African people, or if I'm trying to let people know that they're African, don't you dare trying to come up and
Kills with
claim that
dignity is
they're
African
Native
too.
American or American Indians before they're
Kills
African.
with dignity, African.
So do your own people, bro. I know my people.
Tyrone.
Do your own people.
Look, man. I would never claim to be something I'm not.
Tyrone, relax. Mute up. You mute up, nigga. I swear to God. Anyways, here. I'm gonna let Black run this, and then I'm gonna let Black and and my sister Diamond run this panel. Okay, you guys are on their mercy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not.
Am I modded on this?
No, you're not. Hold on. I'm gonna make you mod. Go ahead, Black.
Yo, where do we start, man? Where do we start? Where do we start? I'm just sitting here eating my Ben and Jerry's strawberry cheesecake.
Start with African
Mm-hmm.
people. Start with African people that are proud to be African and understand their roots. That's where you can start. Sorry, Black.
African people that are proud to be African.
I'm trying to make Diamond a mod. Hold on.
That's
Give me a
fine.
minute.
I mean, I think that.
I'm sorry. Hold on, Black. Those other accounts that I have, just take them off the moderator list because I'm not. Yeah.
It's true because I had you as like 3-time moderator on my thing, and I'm like, bro, I
Yeah,
need to make some room for others.
Yeah, when I come on other people's panels, I'm just gonna use this account, and when I go live, I use the other account. So that way, yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all are modded on all of my pages, so yeah.
And and another one for future reference. Vibes, are you there, Vibes? Are you doing what you're doing? I'll let you do what you're doing, no problem. Yeah. So, what did he say? Something about African people being proud to be African. Well, you could just talk about the diaspora, didn't it? The vast majority of the diaspora, we already know that we're African descent. You know what I mean? In fact, most even African Americans know this. The only ones everybody's just waiting for the FBAs to catch up. That's it. Those that are calling themselves foundational Black Americans, and Black means to be of sub-Saharan African descent. So many of you don't like being called African American because it reminds you of your African nature, your African genes, your African ancestry, your African.
So who's the
descent.
actual African? Because it says that the white man.
Hold your tongue just for a moment, because you were speaking a little while ago. I'm just trying to get a word in edgeways. The host asked me to do so. So, like I was saying, is that you don't like the fact that the word African touches the word American, and they say, hey, we don't want to be referred to as African American. Why do we have to be African American? Y'all can be this, y'all can be that, y'all can be Jamaican, y'all can be British, y'all can be this, y'all can be that, but you ain't gonna say African. And it's fine, like, but we can definitely say, well, I'm Afro Jamaican or Afro British or whatever you want to call it, Afro this, Afro that. It's fine. But the thing is, to even call yourself, you don't want to call yourself African American, but you're happy to be called Black American. And Black means sub-Saharan African descent. So if you're happy to call yourself Black American, that means you're basically calling yourself sub-Saharan African American. Same thing. So you basically, no, but in other words, you can't escape this African identity. You can't escape this African.
Get the big screen, please.
You understand?
Vibes.
You can't escape it.
Quick. No, this is on the SF-181 form that you got to sign.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. He's talking about
Read this shit. Read this shit.
Yeah, wait. Have you guys read the SF-181 form? If you haven't, don't speak on what he's talking about.
Come on,